be? I mean, the answer is definitely going to be a lot.
Yeah, wonderfully wrong with that guy, dude.
Yeah, like everything, man. What's not wrong? All right, we
But again,
should be live.
all right.
Yeah, like everything.
Check on that,
man.
I
What's not
suppose,
wrong?
but
All right,
but
we
again,
should be live.
doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Are you checking out though, like on YouTube
checking
or whatever?
the audio.
Or,
I think we're good. I think we're good
Yeah.
to go. We're
Yeah,
live
yeah.
and audio's set, so there's now we can actually talk.
Yeah, right on.
No, I think you're solid on your opinion on pugs. Definitely 100% in agreement with your opinion on pugs. It's just stop allowing people to buy them.
Yeah,
Like,
dude,
allow
I'm
the
actually
species to go
like,
extinct. It's genuinely horrific, and that whatever that moron is who's saying like, oh no, but the purebreds, no, they're even worse than anyone else, man. Like,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
they're suffering, dude. I don't care what you say. That's a fucking cruel fucking animal to
right?
be breeding.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
it's
saying it like
dachshunds,
kind of as
also.
a joke, but yeah, I really think they should not exist, dude.
Dachshunds also. Dachshunds, almost all of them.
Dachshunds,
Like,
yeah.
Oh, I mean, do you know how many there were so many fucking paralyzed dachshunds when we went in to go take ours to get the surgery to help his back?
Yeah.
There was like a
Yeah,
fucking
unless they
half
can
dozen
breed
just
them.
sitting in the office waiting for their turn at surgery that day.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, that's crazy.
It's fucking cruel. Yeah, I really, again, seriously think it's cruel to breed animals like that.
Well,
it's
the
like that.
dachshunds
Were you
serve
the
their
one that
purpose.
shared the? Were you the one that shared that one with the goldfish with the big ass fucking sacks
Big ass
around their eyes?
sacks under its eyes? Yeah, and the guy was like, I don't think these are very cool. I don't breed these fish because I don't think we should make more of them.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Like, it's fucked up, dude. Like, there's no way those things have a good fucking life, dude.
Well, the fish ones, at least those don't grow in the wild, so at least, like, they're not, like, you know, miserable and stuck in the wild because, you know, that thing would be just food in, like, 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Just where is it going to go? So, I mean, it has that going for it, which isn't a lot, I suppose. But, yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, it does. It really seems cruel to fucking breed dogs like that, dude.
Yeah. Well, and then the
I'm
dachshunds,
sure there's
at least
other
serve
ones
their
that we're not
purpose. You
thinking
know, they
of,
killed
but-
badgers. The dachshunds killed their badgers. They did their thing. We don't need them anymore.
Yeah.
And I don't want to, like,
but
kill
new
all the ones that
badger
are alive.
killing
Just, you know.
technology. Oh.
Yeah, and it's not like we're saying kill the ones that are alive. We're just saying stop allowing them to breed. Like
Yeah.
that breed just needs to go extinct because it's functionally incorrect.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone should buy a golden retriever. Speaking of golden retrievers, I don't know if you know this, but my son has a golden retriever puppy.
No, I've never heard of that one. That's brand new news to me.
Oh, fuck. Oh, man. I was trying to look it up, though. Apparently, they're not, like, anywhere near the fastest dog, so...
God damn. Oh, man. You and your new son. I mean, Pat.
It's grandson, but yeah. He's my
he's your
grandpup.
grandson. He's your grandpup. Okay.
Yeah.
That's totally what that is. That's normal.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I'm not going to actually talk about it, dude. I don't want to bore you with this shit, so...
Well, I mean, at least it's not dying anymore. That was a big thing for a while.
Yeah. I would have genuinely been devastated, dude. Little asshole. So yeah, what's happening in the world today?
I don't know. I've really been paying that much attention to the news, honestly.
Yeah, me neither.
I've been kind of just like chilling and we did some big, massive, like ridiculous. What do you call them? Gingerbread houses.
Yeah. No, I saw that, dude.
So that was
Attention to
pretty
detail.
cool. We did another
Very
one.
impressive.
We haven't done the other one yet.
Oh, no shit.
So I haven't posted pictures of the other one yet, but we've got 2 done, and then there's a 3rd one to do. But the only downside is that like it showed up like busted to fucking hell.
Oh, that sucks. So you had to get a replacement one?
Yeah, no, it's fucking gingerbread house. losses, and you can't fucking refund them either.
Really?
Yeah, no,
What
because
the
they're
fuck?
free. Amazon won't fuck you and let you refund them.
Dude, that's fucked up, man. Even if it's broken? Like, that's the whole point, is putting this shit together.
Yeah, no, well, then the thing is, the one that I got was assembled already.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. Okay.
Oh, okay, this team is definitely cheating. Holy shit. No way he could have known where that was coming.
Yeah, Overwatch? Or Overwatch 2?
Yeah, Overwatch 2. Yeah, I launched a fucking... so there's the team right here, doesn't have the guy that does the wall hacks. And I launched my ult, which is a bomb that rolls along the ground like a fucking lunatic thing. And this motherfucker just immediately aimed right at it. And it's like, from his place, he could not possibly have seen where it was or where it was coming from.
Yeah. God
No, it was
damn.
one of those things where, like, he had to start aiming before he could have possibly known where it was.
Yeah, yeah. Obviously hackery going on.
Oh yeah, no, definitely a wall hacks for sure. Like he couldn't possibly have done it without wall hacks. Like so, it's kind of like I'm kind of phoning it in at this point because fuck it.
Yeah,
I get
yeah.
punished for quitting the
once
game,
you know the
but at the
fix is
same
in.
time, I have to play through this guy with this guy's obviously not legitimate or even remotely close to it.
Alright, yeah, this is some fucking
So
bullshit.
this dude legitimately just fucking walked through my death grenades and didn't die. What the fuck?
Wow.
He literally just stood in my fucking... Okay, so Junkrat drops like 8 death grenades that each do like 200 damage. Like right after he dies, like just straight fall out of him.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
like, the only way that possibly happens is with fucking like, there's no fucking way.
Yeah, it sounds like some bullshit.
This is insane. Holy shit.
I just want to copy the fucking... Can I just send the fucking... God damn it, I don't want to fucking play it. I'm trying to show this thing. This dude is filming some stupid TikTok prank chick where he's like going on an escalator going up, and there's a chick with her man going down, and he reaches out and goes to fucking like touch her cheek, and the dude literally rips him off of the other escalator onto the escalator he's on, and the boyfriend, and the guy's like shocked that he's fucking doing that. Like, no, you're doing something incredibly fucking antisocial and shitty, dude. Like, he should be kicking your ass. Damn it, I just want to share the fucking video, dude. Stop playing. Alright, I don't know if this is going to actually fucking share or not, but I'm going to give it a shot. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm, copy link to tweet? Send via, share tweet via... Dude, why are they different now? I don't want the tweet, I just want the fucking video. Can I not just send the fucking video? No, that's not it. Okay, share. I'll see if this works. Maybe it's doing what I want it to do, or it's going to do what I want it to do, and I should quit my bitching. I'm not sure. See if that went through, or I'll check it. No, it's just the fucking link, isn't it? Although I guess you can just click on the fucking...
Yeah, I will click on the thing. Let's see what's going on. Not like I give a shit about the thing. Oh wait, I don't know if I can play it because it's a video. Yeah. Oh wait, it's not on YouTube. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Oh, I see a couple, y'all. I see a couple. Uh-oh.
I'm turning.
Alright, yeah, I did share the whole tweet. Yeah, fuck it.
You good? What you mean, bro? Hold on, it's a prank. It's a prank. What you doing? Watch out, watch out. You tripping. You tripping. We recording. It's a video. It's a video. You tripping. I ain't mean. You tripping, bro. You good. You good, bro.
No. That was the correct response. Fuck you.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
yeah,
what you
dude.
get. That's what you fucking get.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
sorry.
what I'm saying. Like, he's
Good for him.
acting like that guy shouldn't have done that
Good
because
for
you're a
him.
fucking asshole.
Yeah, no, that's the exact thing you should have. He should
Tried to-
have. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy up his ass.
He shouldn't have stopped. He should have yeah, he should have fucking, should not have stopped no matter
Just
what he
kept
said.
punching. Just keep punching
Yeah.
until like it's all over.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
man,
All right,
goddamn.
let me know how this went on your prank channel, dude. Yeah, me repeatedly punching you in the fucking face for touching my woman.
Not. It's not even like touching my woman. It's just you thought it was acceptable to just reach out and start running your hands through some strange woman's hair.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Actually,
that's totally
if I would have
unacceptable,
saw that,
and I
dude.
wouldn't even have to be dating the girl to be that pissed off. Like it's
Yeah,
not even
yeah. I don't
about
even
like that
know.
it's his girlfriend. I mean that just adds a little to the fucking fire, I'm
Yeah,
sure. But at the
yeah,
same time, it's like
yeah,
you just don't do that shit. Like that's not okay.
yeah, yeah. I'm wondering if I would like I might have done that if I didn't know the chick. Like I would be tempted to. I probably wouldn't, but if I was walking to the chick and it was obviously an acquaintance, yeah, no matter what, I wouldn't have to be dating her to fucking like what the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh my god, the
Yeah, some of
retard.
the shit they do, like the licking the fucking ice cream and putting it back, like what the fuck, dude?
The retard brigade. Oh yeah, there's so many of them. I'm
Yeah,
getting a
yeah.
fuck ton of replies of people complaining at this point. Uh,
Hmm.
uh, because they don't like that I pointed out that like the wages are just ridiculous right now compared to like the expense of living. So
All
like
right,
what the
with all the
companies are paying
inflation.
versus what you're actually having to spend to be alive. And they're just like, ah,
Yeah,
you just fucking whiny little bitch, blah 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 blah. And it's like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm not sitting here saying anything other than that there's a problem with the wages. I'm not saying how to fix it. I'm not saying anything. I'm not
right, right.
advocating any sort of anything other than just saying, look at that. That's pretty fucking awful.
Mhm. Yeah,
Like,
yeah. The cost of living has gone way up,
the,
and wages have not gone up.
you have to spend 300 or three-quarters of $1 million for a house in an atmosphere where the average person is making $50,000 a year. I mean, if they
Yeah,
could just put all of their money straight into the house, that would still be what is that, 15 years? And that's not even consider like just consider that's 15 years of every single penny they earned. That's the usual
yeah,
time for
yeah,
a mortgage, where you're paying like a $1,500, $2,000 a month, to buy like a cheap house.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's
It's getting fucking
insane.
ridiculous, dude.
As to how to fix it, fuck if I know. Put a bullet
Mhm.
in every rich person's head. I don't think that necessarily is going to solve the problem. I think you start by disassembling all the corporations, just in general.
Yeah, yeah. Bring
Just
back
start,
or actually enforce antitrust laws, maybe.
yeah.
I don't
Just
know.
and it's yeah. So you don't even have to like do like the crazy like communist over the top nonsense or whatever. Just a little light socialism of enforcing the antitrust laws so that there aren't fucking all these essentially because like I mean what is it like I think what is it Yum Foods or something has like almost all the fast food under its belt at this point. Yum
Wow.
International or something. It's like Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, Burger King, and like uh,
Yeah, I thought it was Coke and Pepsi owned a shitload of them.
Coke and Pepsi have like a let me look up the Yum Foods thing. Like while I'm waiting here, I'm just kind of pausing from my
Yeah,
game for a minute. But what is it? Yum International
because I remember looking at like under PepsiCo, which is obviously the
subsidiaries.
Pepsi brand. It's like
Uh,
fucking KFC,
it's
fucking Frito
KFC, Pizza
Lay.
Hut, Taco Bell, and the Habit Burger Grill. Um,
They
it
put them under a separate one.
it used to own more. Was Long John Silver's and the A&W restaurants.
Hmm.
But let's see, Yum Brands. And the A&W restaurants has previously served Coca-Cola products, and they're switching to Pepsi apparently.
Hmm.
Except they're retaining A&W root beer, which is a weird one. All right. So,
Yeah,
but
is
there's
A and
like
W
when you
its
have a
own
company
entity?
that owns that many businesses all together, it's like you can't. There's no real competition anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
Nobody
It's the
can start
illusion
up a
of
business and really
competition.
compete with that. Especially not when they're also like basically have all the politicians in their pockets and they're setting up these ridiculous standards of what it costs and how you start a business. So it's not like you can go just open up a pizza shop and serve better pizza than Pizza Hut and get more customers
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you have to spend like $500,000 to prove you're able to make pizzas without poisoning every single customer. And it's
Yeah,
like, that's not really a free market. That's not a fair market. That's not not at all. And then you look at, like,
yeah,
basically they just did that whole COVID lockdown thing where it was all nonsense because, like, only essential businesses like Taco Bell and Walmart and Target, all the major corporations they're essential. All the small businesses aren't. You guys shut down and go out of business because fuck you.
Yeah, any of the mom and pop restaurants, you're not allowed.
And then you have all these retards who run around like, oh no, they were saving us from the flu. Like, fuck you.
Yeah, it turns out the entire thing, even the 2 weeks, was fucking not necessary or didn't fucking do anything.
Wouldn't have mattered at all in the slightest. Well, they keep the Democrat, the fucking, what do you call them? The Fifth Reich? The Democrats, the Fifth Reich, they kept jamming sick people in the fucking old folks' homes so that they could drive up the numbers, which is real fucking classy.
Yeah, that was so fucking blatant, dude.
And then
so
right now,
fucked up.
oh my god, the fucking increase in deaths right now is insane from the vaccines.
Oh wow, really?
There was a report that got released where, like, the payouts for, like, life insurance and shit, and these are, like, perfectly healthy people that shouldn't be dying. In normal circumstances, there's no reason for them to have died. Like, getting these big fibrous clots that they're pretending aren't happening, that all the undertakers are all reporting. Because, they drain the body, so these come out with the blood, the big clots that killed them usually.
Yeah.
So, but that's all going on. I think it was like 10 times more, like, payouts or something than they normally would in any normal year.
Yeah,
And
I wonder if life
guarantee
insurance
that
companies,
but it seems pretty fucking sus that that's the only thing that really is concurrent to all the situations,
Yeah, somebody that had no serious health problems all of a sudden fucking keeling over. Yeah. I wonder if life insurance companies
that's experimental that has these spike proteins that were supposed to stay localized to the side of the shot and didn't. We're supposed to be out of your system within a couple of minutes or hours, and actually stay there for like days or weeks. And make your heart swell and cause all sorts of other damage while they're fucking up your cells in your body.
Yeah, I'm wondering if life insurance companies are going to stop writing policies for people that have gotten the vaccine.
Seriously, I don't know. It's like, and people would still be just as shocked as they are when, like, companies like Walgreens and stuff close their businesses in areas where they just get burned down, and people steal from them constantly.
Yeah.
They're like, it's racist for you to stop being stolen from.
Yeah, I know, like, you're, 10 times as much as being stolen from you than actually purchased, but no, you should still keep it there.
Well, I mean, good for them for staying as long as they did, but I'm guessing, it finally got to the point, because it's been bad for a long time, but it finally was getting to the point where, I guess the stuff finally outweighed the profit.
Yeah, where they're actually finally losing money.
Yeah, what was it? The thing I saw that they were doing in some of the European countries, I was just thinking about this for the corporate issues and the pay issues, is a lot of what they were was like, here's the bare minimum we allow anybody to get paid per year for any reason, regardless of how many hours they work. And then they can't be paid less than X percent of the highest paid employee. So if you've got a lot of these corporations, you have the person at the top is making like $100 million a year, $200 million a year, and then the bottom employees are making like $15,000 a year. Like,
yeah.
And so at a certain point, you have to be able to say, like, well, that might have worked in the 70s. $15,000 a year in 1970 might have been able to get you the bare necessities of life. But now that's not even like half of what you need.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, back then, like, cars were like, what, maybe $2,500 for a good new car?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It was a more reasonable rate of pay for that time. And the problem is the expenses of living have gone up and up and up and up, and the wages just haven't kept pace.
Yeah.
So it's just like there's no reason for the way it is right now other than just pure greed at the top levels and a system where they own the police, so there's nothing anybody can really do.
Yeah, they own the
To make it
politicians, they own the
stop, yeah.
police. Yeah.
It's like, well, you've got a rigged system, and you've got all these other idiots that are like, no, this is capitalism. Like, you don't understand capitalism, then.
Yeah.
Because capitalism is not the companies writing the laws.
Yeah, you got them lobbying to make fucking anybody trying to start up a new business just can't fucking compete because of all these permits and fucking all this other bullshit are so prohibitively expensive that only big fucking franchisee / corporations can fucking afford to pay it and, you know, make up the money over a long term or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's definitely got to fucking change, man. That's what I think. I don't know exactly how, but yeah.
I don't know. That's one of those untenable things. You hear about this millionaire that got shot in Texas, I believe it was? Austin, no less? Of course, it would be the most communist place in Texas.
Yeah.
So apparently he was in the middle of the night. He's like some small tech business owner guy. Moved to Austin, whatever. He hears some noises, so he goes out with his AR-15 to go take a look around. Calls the cops, and the cops show up, see him, and just go free. And before they even finish the word freeze, just start fucking unloading into him.
Wow.
And he's not even pointing the gun at them or threatening them in any way. Like, there's absolutely no excuse from what I understand, as people are saying on the video. Like, no, none of the right-wing people are even trying to be like, no, they did what they were supposed to. He's just whiny bitch. No, even the right-wing people are like, no, we're usually on the cop side, but yeah, well, you know, maybe not this time. Maybe another time.
Yeah.
Like, fuck. It's like, we want to be on their side, but it's just not working out for us at this point.
Yeah, you don't blindly fucking support the cops, just like you don't blindly condemn them.
Exactly.
Yeah, like I said, that's the whole tribalism shit, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
you can't just say this entire group of people, if they commit a crime, it's not their fault. Or, yeah. Which, yeah, it goes for cops and shit like that, obviously, too. Same shit. It's like, no, there's good cops and there's bad cops.
Yes, exactly. Good cops and bad cops. That's the thing people need to understand. There is a difference. God damn.
Nope, all cops are bastards. That's the way it works.
Well, the thing is, you know, the difference is you really see the difference there between a lot of the bullshit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it goes the same thing for, like, you know, trans people, gay people, whatever. Like, yeah, there's good and bad. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just say they're trans, but they can't be. They're fucking protected.
Yeah, no. It's
so
silly,
they can't do anything wrong.
Like, yeah, all trans people are bad or something like that. Yeah, all of any group being bad is just dumb. Looks like we're getting pulled up here. No reason to run back right now.
Yeah, were you the one that was telling me about the, no, I don't think it was you, but there was a place in, fuck, god damn it. It was either Florida or Texas, where they were planning on putting on this fucking drag queen show, primarily for kids, or at least kids were going to be there. I think it was actually primarily for kids. But basically, the place that was going to be holding it, they basically got a letter from from the state or whoever, some government officials, that was basically like, All right, no, this is the law, and if you have this happen and there's kids present, you're going to be breaking the law. If it's going to be anything of a remotely sexual nature, and you have kids there seeing it, like, we're going to fucking arrest you.
Good. As
Yeah,
it
it was
should
fucking
be.
awesome. Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous, dude. Like, why would you have that around kids, dude? It's fucking nuts.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's pretty ridiculous. Especially like, you know, like the really brazenly like over the top bullshit with the what do you call that? The fucking drag show, because it's so hypersexual.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, to have it at all, it's like, why, dude? Other than you're fucking perverts, dude. Like, yeah, anybody that's okay with that shit should be put on a fucking registry.
Yes. 100% everyone on that should be on a registry. Holy shit.
Like, you should not be around kids at all.
Well, and it's one of those few things that
Okay with
should
that
be on
shit.
the registry. You know, because there's so many things where,
Yeah.
like, you don't really belong on a registry.
Yeah, shit's getting fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's been ridiculous for a while now.
It's a boring round. Fuck you. I guess it's the wrong time of day or some shit, because I was having decent luck earlier. Time to stop.
Yeah, now it's sucking.
Yes, absolutely. It's like you just go through weird streaks where suddenly like everybody's got a fucking something running. Like it's weird. But like there's a flying character who flies around and he's just getting headshots like flying around 100% headshots, and it's like, wow, there's no point in that. But two
Like
games in a row like that is pretty uncommon. So time to fucking do something else. Or it's just a bad time of day. You know, all the little kids are out for some reason somewhere, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, could be. They just got home from school.
Yeah, like a minimum day.
Fired up their cheating software and fucking.
The thing that gets me is that cheating software is like $20-$30 a fucking month. Or not a month,
Oh,
a
shit.
day. Or like up to $10 a day. $10 to $20 a day.
Wow. Jesus
Somebody was
Christ.
talking about, yeah. But you get like unlimited use of all of it, and it's pretty much undetectable. So yeah, that's kind of cool, but it's like, you know, fuck.
Yeah, that's a lot of money to fucking drop, dude. Just to get a hollow sense of accomplishment, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, I mean, I enjoy winning, but I enjoy playing the game just in general. Like, that's why I finally downloaded it again. So I was like, you know, just these people being assholes and cheating isn't going to make me, like, not enjoy playing the game kind of thing.
Right.
But it was one of those things where it was like, oh, here we go.
But then again, the
Yeah,
people
I
that
don't know,
the people that do that shit are the same people that can convince themselves they actually accomplished something, like that they're actually good.
yeah, exactly.
You know, like if you or me did it, we'd be like, well, that was fucking point. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I
Bored as
won.
fuck. You'd be like, yeah, I won, but what's the point? Because I didn't actually do anything, so it's nothing to do with me. I just paid
It's nothing
somebody
to do
play
with my
for me
skill
for
level.
like,
My skill level, yeah.
yeah.
But you know, those psychopaths, dude. They don't care how they get the win, dude. They fucking
Well, I mean,
earned it.
you
No
look
matter
at
what.
their you know, like their you know, Logan Paul is their fucking hero and shit like that, and it's like
Kind of starts.
you gotta understand, like, oh well, you know, I guess that makes sense why it's so bad, you know.
Yeah. Do you follow CoffeeZilla?
Yes, I've actually just started recently watching his stuff, like the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, me too, actually. Yeah, he's really good at what he does. He's an actual like
Investigative reporter.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He's what the other people pretend to be who just read news back and talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah, the
Well,
Tim
okay, let's
Pools
be
of the
fair. There's
world.
people like what's his name? The guy up in like fucking Montana. What's his name? Oh, he's
Oh,
blonde
Matt
and Matt.
Christensen. Yeah, Matt
There's
Christensen.
people
Yeah.
like that who make no pretense. Like he's not pretending to be some sort of investigative reporter. He's saying, "Yeah, no, I'm just like a
Mhm.
news reader, and we discuss this stuff and all
Yeah.
that." But
I don't know. Matt does a pretty good job. Not quite at the CoffeeZilla
he's
level,
thorough
but
and
he at
he's
least.
accurate. But he's not like investigating and reporting and looking
Yeah,
into this and that and
yeah,
the other thing.
yeah.
It's
Not
like
actually
Tim
contacting
pretends to be like
people
that.
and
Tim pretends to be like some sort of investigative reporter, but he's clearly not. He just is reading news
yeah,
from other sources.
yeah.
You
I
know,
hear what you're saying. Okay, I got you. I got you.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
Matt just
appreciate what Matt does. Matt
he
is
researches. He
he
researches a
does
lot,
his
but he doesn't
research and
actually
he
investigate.
makes an extremely genuine and big attempt to be as accurate as possible.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah,
what really
yeah.
matters, in my opinion, about what he does.
Yeah, for sure.
But the
Yeah, he
CoffeeZilla
tries
guy,
to look at all sides.
he's
He's
actually
in
going
there.
out
He's getting after
and
it.
figuring out this stuff. He's looking and talking to sources and interviewing people and putting out feelers and doing the real work.
Yeah, yeah. No, I was impressed with the shit he did at the FTX with this Sam Bacon-Fried guy, because he fucking I don't maybe he already knew about shit, in like the technical terms and all that shit. Because that's how Sam Bacon-Fried would bullshit people, is he'd start going into all this technical shit, and nobody knew what the fuck he was talking about.
Oh
But it
yeah,
seems like CoffeeZilla either
yeah.
knew
There's a
or
lot of
learned.
people out there still who have no idea what crypto is, and there's all of
Yeah,
these crypto
yeah,
things right now. None of them are crypto.
yeah.
The
But no,
only real
CoffeeZilla did.
crypto thing out there is Bitcoin. There is none of the other ones are crypto.
Yeah, yeah.
And the
Maybe
reason
Ethereum. That
Bitcoin is
one's been
crypto
around
is
a
because
while. But
no one controls it. There's nothing they can do about it.
yeah, yeah. And how many people run these scams and they don't suffer any fucking consequences? You know, because yeah, it's obviously Bankman-Fried's the biggest one. But again, all these people like Logan Paul or what I think it's Logan, whichever one just did that CryptoZoo thing that CoffeeZilla blew up. Or
Logan.
Ice Poseidon,
Or maybe it was Jake. Yeah, I
they'll
just hard to
fucking
remember
build
which
their
one
own
it is.
fucking yeah. They'll fucking rob their own fan bases.
Oh, and there's like that's just the tip of the iceberg. Those are the really well known ones. The Paul and the I can't remember if it
Yeah,
was
Ice
Jake or
Poseidon.
Logan. I think it was Jake.
Yeah, not sure either, but yeah, they both suck. They're both fucking horrible.
But like those are just the tip of the iceberg because they're so well known. But there's
Yeah,
hundreds of other influencers that are exactly little like copies of those people who do the same
yeah,
shit and
yeah,
scam their own audiences out of money. And it might be
yeah.
only in the thousands, but it's still money.
Yeah, did you see the one? Because he busted Ice Poseidon. I don't know if you know who Ice Poseidon is.
Yeah,
But,
and Ice Poseidon was like, well, people should be smarter.
yeah, he's literally like, yeah, I could put the money back. It's within my power to do that, but I'm going to look out for myself and just not do that. Like, god damn, you're a fucking despicable human being.
Well, and there's the sad thing is there's probably bunches of his fans who were like, yeah, Ice Poseidon,
Yeah, thanks for robbing us. You're the
you
greatest.
stole my money. I deserved it. You're so good. You're so amazing.
Yeah, it's fucking fascinating.
Please rest your balls on my forehead, sir.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
fucking stupid.
Hit on more 15-year-old girls.
Well, the thing is, I think is people are stupid and they look for. I was just looking at this last night and I realized I don't have. What do you call that? The person you look up to.
Yeah, like a role model.
There's no role models in Hollywood or in the popular culture for me at all. I have no role models.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I respect some people. There are people out there, like that you hear about through history or like people who've done things that are good that you have respect for. But I don't see a reason why I should try to pattern myself after somebody else. Like I am who I am. That's who I want to be. And I think that part of the problem is people who are sort of lost and have no sense of self and have to have these role models. And so they're picking like terrible role models, like because they're famous, as if that has something to do with quality of any kind. Jake Paul is known by everybody, but he's a human piece of garbage. Had he no fame, had he no money, no one would ever want to do anything with him ever intentionally.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I guarantee that man has no real friends.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude.
Yeah, how could you possibly look up to something like that? I don't understand. It's just so stupid. You know, it's like,
Yeah, there's very few fucking famous YouTubers that aren't fucking just trash.
yeah, and if you have to look up to somebody famous, then why not pick somebody like Joe Rogan, or somebody who's actually done stuff with their life, positive stuff, and is willing to change their behavior when they're called out on bad shit. You know, like they're actually there's. I mean, I wouldn't look up to Joe Rogan myself. I think, don't get me wrong, I respect the guy. He's awesome, but you know, I don't want to be Joe Rogan. You know, like,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's definitely like, well, even in Hollywood, like Henry Cavill seems to be a genuinely decent human
Yeah,
being.
oh yeah, exactly. If you looking for people that are decent, yeah, Henry Cavill, The Rock. I was recently kind of impressed by The Rock's thing when he was he's playing Black Adam now, and he was
All
like,
right.
he basically made the studios go back and almost got them to rehire Cavill as Superman.
Oh wow.
Because he was like, well, who else are you going to have play the Black Adam in the movie with the Superman? Because that's Superman. There is no other, you know, like, option.
Yeah.
Like, you
yeah.
guys made him Superman. Too bad. Deal with it. Because I think they wanted to punish him because he pulled out of
The Witcher.
The Witcher. Because he was like, yep, you guys are going to disrespect the source material that I'm out.
Yeah, no, he
And
had
told
said
them ahead
that
of
up
time, like,
front, dude.
that's part of my requirement is that you have to be genuinely.
You have to honor the source material.
Yeah,
Yeah.
be genuinely like into the source material and doing it that way. And it blew up, so they decided to turn it into something else, and then he walked, which is exactly what he told them was going to happen. So it's not like it's not like it was a
Yeah, he
surprise.
was on record saying, and again, he didn't have to come out and say it. We know why he left.
Yeah.
Because he said, look, I'll do it for all 9 seasons as long as they stay true to the source material. And he's out after, what, 2 or 3 seasons?
2 or 3 seasons, yeah.
Well, gee, I wonder what happened.
Couldn't possibly be the source material being disrespected.
Yeah, yeah, and apparently the writer's openly mocking it, apparently.
Oh yeah, it's time to go at that point. Like, you know, there's no reason. And the Witcher's going to die now. They're not going to get 9 seasons, I guarantee it. You know, unless they just, you know, want to lose fuck tons of money, because without Henry Cavill, no one's going to watch.
Yeah,
I mean, they'll still have an audience, but it'll be so diminished that it'll basically be worthless.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm assuming what happened is what is happening with most shit is The Witcher was going to become a secondary or tertiary character behind the women.
Yes, they were probably going to move one of the females forward and make her the main character and start making him the sidekick or humorous companion.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I
here's
know
the
it
thing that drives me
wasn't
nuts about that shit. There's all these other options out there, you know, including making your own new kind of story.
I think that's the problem.
If you want a female character.
Yeah, well, that's the problem.
Oh yeah, no,
Because I was saying
the
that
people
too.
they hire are creatively devoid. They have no ability
Yeah, I was
whatsoever.
saying, because that's why I brought that up at one point, and I'm like, why don't they just create their own fucking shit? And I'm like, oh, that's right. They fucking suck.
Yeah, they're terrible at
People
what
are
they do.
doing that. So they have to jump onto something else that's popular already and pervert it to their nonsense.
Yeah, it's a damn shame. Because The Witcher was such a fun thing. I watched the first season, and then I heard about the second season when I was done, because it was already just went SJW second season. It didn't go
Actually,
as
the
bad
second
until
one
the
wasn't-
third, apparently.
well-
But you know,
Yeah, no, towards the end of the second, I was like, this is starting to not be as good.
yep. And then it's time to just move on. Like, all right, peace out, later. Like I did with that last match in Overwatch. It's like, this is obviously not really any point in playing this anymore. I'll pass on it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead
not
and
play
take
with those
off.
people. It's unfortunate they should remove the quitting penalty if they're not going to ban cheaters, because
Yeah,
then you can at
or
least
at least give you a
yeah,
couple
all right.
times,
Well,
at
people
least
are
a
cheating.
few
Nobody
times a
plays with
day.
those guys. Everybody just leaves before they can win the game. Then it'll basically kind of kill the urge.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like you should be able to get at least a few of those a day where you're like, there's obviously people cheating, so I'm not getting a penalty for leaving.
Yeah. What is there anything else really going on in the world right now? Honestly, I can't think of anything. I've just been checking out movies. I did post some pictures in the Discord of the second house that went over to my aunt's today.
Let's take a look. Yeah, Jesus Christ, dude. That is a fucking amazing amount of detail, dude. Well done, my friend.
It was like 70% my mom, just so you know. She made the Ninja Bread
Well,
Men and the snow guys. And then, the kit, I assembled all the houses mostly. And I decorated the little houses themselves.
I'd noticed that there were gingerbread men.
Oh,
And
you
I
didn't know there
noticed
were
they were kind of
Ninja Bread
oddly.
Men?
Yeah, no, I get it now, dude. As soon as you said it and I looked at him, I'm like, God damn, that's fucking funny.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We thought that was great. Next year, we're going to try to find pirates cookie cutters so we can have ninjas versus pirates.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I did a lot of the decorating the houses and like the put the fences together and shit like that. Most of that was me putting the houses together.
Yeah.
And next year we're not going to buy kits. The gingerbread and the kits, it's all right. Like, it's not terrible.
Really hard though,
it's
right?
not really great either. It's like it's okay.
Yeah. It's
with the hot
technically
cocoa
edible.
we sent a bunch of hot cocoa packets and like peppermint spoons with it. So if you,
Right.
break down and use yourself some cocoa, and it'll be perfect with cocoa, because then you have something like soak it in or whatever.
Soak it in, yeah. I got you.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing it's kind of bland and probably too hard, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's a little bland and a little extra hard. And the longer it sits out, the more firm it gets. And I would also say that the selection of candies that they give are kind of lame. There's a lot of sprinkles and little hard candies on there that, like, why would you put hard candies on already hard cookies?
Yeah,
that's why we bought like M&Ms and the little
fucking
mini Oreos and shit, so we'd have some more stuff in there that wasn't so hard.
Yeah, the gumdrops. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Oh, the gumdrops were with the kits. The gumdrops were all right. That was like the one candy that came with the kits that I was like, right on. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then there were some hard candies that looked like little Christmas lights that were kind of cool. But there was a lot of time spent with tweezers putting like individual pieces of fucking stuff in the icing on the walls and the roofs and shit like that.
God damn.
And then these were all like unassembled kits that came in the mail. It was just weird that the one that was pre-assembled came in the mail completely destroyed.
Yeah. It's fucked up, man.
Well, especially
did it come with did it come with the pretzel gate things, or did you guys make those?
I made the pretzel gate things. Yeah, I just took out some parchment paper and then put like dabs of frosting down and then pressed the pretzels into it.
Yeah.
And then put a little frosting over on the other side just to kind of help keep them locked in place.
Yeah,
and then, to attach them to the board, I figured out you put them in mini marshmallows on the bottom of it. You put a little mini marshmallow on there.
Yeah.
And that gives you a broader surface so that it'll stick, and also allows them to kind of be pushed around and moved a little bit once in a while without falling off or breaking.
Yeah.
While you're putting the rest of the shit on there, like the ninjas and the snow drifts and all that other shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And everything's edible, which is the nice thing.
Yeah, that is fucking awesome.
Oh, we forgot to make the snowman. Bummer. There was gonna be some, what do you call them? Marshmallow snowmen, but I forgot to put those together and put them on the board.
Yeah, I think there's enough going on in these things, dude. You did all right, dude. Snowmen would have been nice, but yeah.
Oh, well, like, there were a bunch of cookies that came with the kit. There were, like, little animal gingerbread cookies. You got 4 little animal gingerbread guys with each of the barns we didn't use. Like, it was a sheep, a turkey, or no, a sheep, a rooster, a cow, and a pig. one set of 4 animals that came with each barn that we didn't put on the barns because there was already so much stuff going on.
Yeah,
And
I
then,
hear you.
The Oreo cookie houses came with like 8 little ornament shaped black Oreo cookies.
Huh.
Like just not like not filled with the cream, just like the one side of an Oreo, just like a
Yeah,
big
a
one
different
of
little
those.
cutout thing. Yeah.
Yeah, about the diameter of like a Coke can. So pretty sizable. So those were nice. We'll decorate those and eat those. Most of the most of the ninja bread men went with the houses. We only got to keep a couple of them.
Nah.
But my mom did all the research to figure out how to make them so that the dough came out black.
Oh, gotcha.
And let me tell you, they're like an Oreo but better. It's like really, really, really good. Those ones were.
Right on. Nice.
Yep. But mainly, it was just a fucking blast. Sadly, the house on the front there that I smashed is sitting in disarray with the fence leaning on it.
Yeah, well.
The problem is we put little mini Oreos on, and the part you stuck on, that side was fine. But the other side would keep falling off occasionally because the little cream filling wouldn't hold it in place hard enough. So you gotta pick it up and push it back in the cream filling a little bit. And it was on 2 opposite sides of the house, and I guess I squeezed too much and just squished the 2 walls together and broke all the icing.
Oh, it sucks. Yeesh.
Yeah, it's just like this my Luke part of the show.
Yeah, it's only fair. Although I'm interested in what you're saying, dude.
No, I'm just saying it's the part where it's like nobody is really that interested. Let's be fair.
Yeah. This is my passion right now, so yeah.
Well, it'll be. We're done now, so it's not that big a deal. We're gonna make our own next year without the pre-made kits because the pre-made kits are like $20-$30. That's way more than they're worth.
Yeah. Especially if they can fucking fall apart on you like that.
Oh, here we go. I saw this post on Reddit. I didn't get the video, but it's like this dad decided to prank his kids with a old console in a PS5 box.
Oh yeah.
And the one kid throws the console, and then he starts screaming, and you're like, dude, what the fuck? Like, this is you're an asshole, man. Of course the kids freaking out. Like, they're fucking 10 and 13. They don't have the emotional maturity to be like, well, Dad thought this would be funny. Just, go with it.
Yeah. Did the dad have a PS5 for him, or was that really what
I
he was
don't know.
giving?
It didn't go that far. He
Yeah.
started screaming at the kids, so I
thing.
assume whoever was videoing stopped because they're like, this is where the hitting starts. And we don't want to put him in jail. So.
Yeah, we don't want to be filming Exhibit A, video titled Exhibit A. God damn.
But I could be wrong too. He could have relaxed after that. But I thought that was silly. I was like, dude, what an asshole. So many people in the comments though were like, those fucking ungrateful little shits. Like, fucking really, dude?
Like, no, that's a fucked up thing to do, man. Like him throwing the thing, okay, that's a little overboard. That's a little fucking even for a kid.
You definitely go have a talk with that kid later.
Yeah.
Like, you don't get to just throw stuff. I understand you're upset. Pretty reasonable to be mad, but doesn't mean you get to just throw shit.
Just throw shit. Yeah. But yeah, the whole fucking concept. You're like, how the fuck can you? Yeah. Like I said, I have to just hope. Like, he did that, but he actually had a PS5 for him. Because if not, what the fuck, man?
I saw another video that would be more relatable for you, I would imagine. Because I assume you're not the kind of parent that would do that horrible fucking thing.
No, I did the opposite one year. I did a...
see, that's funny. You give him like a box of socks, and it turns out it's really something cool. Yeah, that's a great prank to play on Christmas, though. That's actually funny.
What I did when I got him the PS4, so this was 5-6 years ago, 7 years ago, whatever. It was a while ago.
When it was relatively new and still the thing to have.
Yeah. He didn't have one yet. Yeah. So what I did was I gave him a game from it, and he opens it up. It's the game that he wanted, probably one of the Call of Duty games or whatever. So I gave him that, and he opens it up. And he's like, "Oh, thanks." And he's like, "Why is it for the PS4?" And then I pull out the other box, the box with the
There you go.
PS4 in it, and gave it to him.
See, that's a funny prank.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because like every year, I'd be like, "Look, man." I mean, obviously he caught on eventually, but every year I'd be like, "Look, it's probably not going to be able to get this for you or whatever." And then I'd always get it for him. You know what I
Eventually
mean?
he figured it out.
Yeah, yeah. So that was probably the
But
last time.
you didn't like hand him a PS2 and be like, aha, you thought that was a PS4, motherfucker.
Yeah. Isn't that hilarious?
Merry Christmas, the children are crying again. It's a wonderful time of the year.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I wish I would have filmed that because it was fucking perfect.
Yeah. See, that's the
that's
what
the
the
game
dad
I
was
wanted.
probably picturing how it would work out. Like the kid would be like, "Oh, that was funny, Dad, haha." Because he's just a fucking idiot.
Yeah, yeah. You're like, dude, I get that you haven't been a kid in a while, but you gotta fucking, remember at least that much. Like, that's not gonna go over well.
Yeah, but there's another video I saw where it's apparently going viral right now, where this guy's dog is just barking and barking and barking, just barking at some lady. And so she turns around and she's like, I guess saying something to the dog. And some other guy comes over and he like leans over and starts barking back at the dog, which is, let's agree, dick move. But he's not raising his hand. He's not trying to kick the dog. No threat of any kind. And the owner of the dog comes flying out and kicks the dude in the face.
God damn, dude.
And everybody just like stands there like that's acceptable human behavior. Like, Jesus I hope the video going viral is enough that somebody catches that piece of shit and he goes to prison for a while, because that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, no, it's just dogs that are constantly barking.
Oh yeah, he's out in the middle of a fucking subway platform, just going off and ignoring his dog entirely while the dog is just barking and barking and barking at everybody constantly.
Yeah.
Creating a fucking
ruckus. Like I fucking hate leaving my son's dog, like even out on the patio. He doesn't bark constantly, but he barks regularly, like every 5-10 seconds. Like I hate doing that. You know what I mean? So I can't imagine having a dog barking constantly and not making him shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and it's that guy's job to be like paying attention to what's going on.
Yeah. I cannot imagine having a dog barking like that and not fucking to either taking him away if he doesn't stop or getting him to fucking stop.
Yeah. Well, it's like the people that don't. You're like, say you're in a movie theater, and your kid starts crying.
Yeah,
it's time for you to pick up the kid and walk outside of the theater.
Yeah,
That's as a parent or whoever's taking care of the kid. That's your job now.
Yeah. Too bad you don't get to watch the movie. You decided to squirt out a fucking kid.
And that's your responsibility, and no one else there did it. You're the one that got laid. Nobody else got laid. You don't get to make them take care of your kid.
Yeah. And people that bring their babies, dude, I'm like, why?
And to a lot of the movies, I don't understand, because I've seen people walk into movies with babies where you're like, wow,
there's
man,
absolutely no way.
Fucked up. Like, this is an extreme action movie. Your kid's gonna have hearing damage by the time they're 1, motherfucker.
Yeah, dude.
Like, this is such an unhealthy place for your child right now. Here's the thing I saw that I didn't know they did. But have you ever been to a baby showing at a theater?
A baby showing?
Yeah, it's like it's a baby movie at a theater. So the way it works is it's any kind of movie, so it's not specifically for babies, because babies don't fucking know.
They're
gonna fucking get a kick out of like watching a specific film. It's whatever movie. Generally, they're not super like horror movies or like crazy over the top action movies, but like a regular action movie or like comedy or romantic comedy or whatever. Maybe some drama. and they'll play it in the middle of the day. The lights are almost like halfway down, so instead of as dim as they are, they're about like 2 or 3 times brighter than they normally are. So it's pretty
Right.
easy to see, but it's not too bad. And the volume is at about 40 to 30% of its normal volume.
Yeah.
So it's
All
very
right.
quiet. It's not at all jarring when there's a big loud action sequence or anything, and it would not hurt a baby's ears at all. You kind of have to
Yeah.
struggle to make out the dialogue, honestly.
Right. Yeah. Yeah,
But
that's
I found
interesting.
out because I wanted to go see that movie, and I was like, no idea what I was in for. And they were like, "Are you sure? Because it's a baby movie theater day." And I'm like, whatever. I don't care. Babies don't bother me none. And to be fair, there was some babies crying and stuff, but they didn't take them out. But that's what that's for. So
Yeah, if it's a baby showing, you got to expect that.
yeah, had no problem with
I'm
that.
surprised.
Didn't give them dirty looks or get mad or anything, or was now wasn't
Yeah.
upset by it. I was,
Oh, okay. Now I get what you're saying.
yeah. Now it was more like exactly. It was more like, well, I was down to tell me, well, I'm gonna just sit here and watch the rest of this movie because I already paid, and I'm not gonna go get a refund and have to look that guy
Yeah.
in the eye again and be like, yeah, I was wrong.
Yeah. Well. I'm surprised because maybe they're not. I was thinking they're kind of like dogs barking, where if one starts crying, the one next to him is going to start crying, and
No,
you know what I mean?
no, there were like 4 babies, and it was just like I think 1 or 2 of them just kind of got a little upset once or twice and needed to be changed, and that was it.
All right.
So it was and I kind of like the idea that they do that because it's at a good time of day. It's the middle of the day when nobody's out trying to go on a date or anything romantic. It was like a Wednesday afternoon, and then
Yeah.
moms get to go out and do something social because they were kind of chatting a little bit and stuff. And again, likewise, once I was there, I was like, well, that's what this is for. So I can't bitch and moan about it.
Yeah, you can't complain about
I
it, dude.
I signed my own death certificate when I fucking didn't listen to homie at the register.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, you were even warned about it
Yeah.
and decided to proceed. So
So I didn't
yeah, you
give
kind of
anybody any trouble. It wasn't
like
giving anybody any
complain.
glares or anything like that. Just relaxing. It wasn't, and honestly, like, if the babies weren't there and they turned it up just a tiny little bit, maybe like 10%, it would have been pretty nice.
Yeah,
Because a lot of the movies that I've been going to as of the last couple of years have been so loud.
yeah. You want to like almost pick your seat by how far away from the speakers it is.
Yeah, you have. Well, you have to, because like I'm talking like loud enough where like you can tell you're getting a little bit of hearing damage. Like your ears are ringing when it gets quiet during parts of the film.
Yeah, that's
And you're
fucking
like,
nuts.
oh, I gotta go now because I don't want to permanently lose hearing. Because I
Yeah.
realized, like, after the first couple of scenes, that it's
Yeah,
so
it turns
loud.
out there's no movie that's good enough that's worth losing your fucking hearing about over.
Yeah, and it's not because they're loud enough to be annoying. That would be bad enough. No, I'm pretty sure once you start getting ear ringing and stuff from the loud sounds, it's a pretty bad
Yeah, it's
sign.
not good. It can't be good for you.
It's where you're like, should I have where in the website or the ticket information does it say that you need earplugs to maintain your safety of your hearing?
Jeez.
Because like you go to concerts, like rock concerts, they tell you should probably wear earplugs.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking like the movie's got to start coming with that warning now, man. Jesus.
Yeah. I assume lawsuits will be coming because you know what I mean. Like fucking everybody's probably at least getting the ringing.
Probably not anytime soon because we've just been out of theaters for so long.
Yeah.
The last couple of years, nobody's really been allowed to go to theaters. I don't even know if they're anywhere close to where they used to be. Because now all these companies have started making streaming services so that they can still get their movies out without having to have the theater because they couldn't for so long.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's going to be a weird adjustment to see how that works out when people are back out in public again. Although,
think of the last time I went to see a fucking movie in the theater. It's been a long time, dude.
I was going to say, although there's
At
going to
least
start
5
being
years.
good movies again because all the movies that are out right now are shit.
Yeah. That's the other thing. There's nothing worth fucking going to a theater to watch, or even watching on
Well,
Netflix
you
half the
can
time.
see from like the preview that the cast is like the pity hires, you know?
Yeah, yeah, it's the diversity
Yeah, the
casting.
diversity cast, the people that couldn't act but get the role anyway because they're black. All right, well that's
Mhm.
boring because they're terrible actors. I don't, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
it's like, yeah, that's a black lesbian and she can't act for shit. That's why I don't want her in the movie. There's nothing to do with who she's fucking because I don't care. 'Cause it's never going to
Yeah,
be me
yeah,
regardless, so it doesn't matter to me.
yeah. It's very odd, and it's obviously being roundly rejected. That's what's fucking crazy about it. Like it's been being rejected for way longer than is
Where the
necessary.
fuck is
I
the?
realize we're not
It's gotta
taking
be
it.
money from China just pouring in that they're printing out fresh every day. Because
Mm,
the amount of
yeah,
money these companies keep throwing into and losing on all these films is insane.
yeah. Or well, it could be the BlackRock thing. The guy from BlackRock.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
Remember
even
how
then,
he's
it's
a
like there's only so much money in the world. You know what I mean? Like, before some of these companies would give up, you would think. I mean, how much
yeah,
money does
yeah.
BlackRock have? Because like every other major blockbuster film that's supposed to make them billions of dollars ends up costing them millions of dollars.
Yeah. Although I think what it is when you're getting into financing that high, there's not a lot of sources that BlackRock isn't involved with, or something like
Oh,
that.
maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, I think that's what I had heard somewhere.
All
Where
I
like,
know
yeah, if
for
you need
sure
a
is
budget
just
that big, you're gonna
it's
have to
just
fucking screw BlackRock guys,
yeah.
and they're gonna insist on fucking this woke fucking bullshit.
Yeah, yeah. See, there you go. That's the way to solve it. You find the BlackRock guys and you just take them all out.
Yeah, I want something very bad, non-specifically, to
Allegedly
happen
in
to.
Minecraft.
Yes.
Well, nobody listens to us, so it's not like we're encouraging anybody to do anything because there's nobody to encourage.
Yeah, well, we still somehow get strikes though, so
Yeah, I know. Weird, isn't it?
it's fucking bizarre, dude.
Have you seen the Oh, okay, on a different note that's less fucking depressing. Have you seen the videos where it's the two people on top of each other in a trench coat?
Wait, what is it again? Sorry.
Have you
Say
seen
again?
the videos where it's the two guys in a trench coat, one on top of the other's shoulders, and they pretend to be one
No.
guy?
No, dude. Like two midgets or something?
No, just two regular people.
Wow.
So,
All right.
like, East Coast Streams, I believe, is the channel. I'm double checking real quick. Yeah, it's East Coast Streams. Oh, I see why. Their views are like 700 views, 800
Oh,
views.
gotcha.
Um, but these are
All
fucking
right.
amazing. And it's
Yeah, and I'm gonna
essentially
have to check that out.
they're just doing most of it is them just doing the bit. I'm gonna leave a link to the channel in the Discord real quick.
Oh,
Of
okay,
just
cool. I
being
was
one
about to
guy
look
on
it
the
up.
other guy's shoulders in a trench coat trying to get into like a movie theater, a gym, a shopping mall, or something, doing something silly. It is amazing how many people call the cops on them.
Wow,
Like there are
really?
some humorless fucking cunts out there. Like, god damn, find something to do
Damn.
with your life, you worthless fuck.
I mean, from what you're describing, it sounds like it's pretty obvious, and it's obviously a fucking joke, right? I
There's
mean,
a cameraman. There's a
yeah.
cameraman and two men in a fucking trench coat, one on top of the other. It's obviously some bullshit.
All right. Yeah, that's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
It's like just tell them to fucking leave.
Yeah,
Or pay for both of them.
one of the security bitches was like, "Hey, don't film me, guys," you know, because like he didn't want to be on the camera. It's like, shut up, bitch.
Yeah, fuck you, fucking loser.
Call the cops then. Like, all
Mhm.
right, like,
Cool. I'll be long gone by the time I get here. Fucking waste your time.
yeah, yeah, oh yeah. Well, and also you have to be doing something that's illegal first.
Yeah, not just annoying.
Yeah. Generally, the
Although, is it
cops don't
even
just
that annoying?
arbitrarily arrest people.
Dude, I would fucking think that was hilarious if I was them, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah, it
Oh,
looks like
again, you
sadly
said
their
humorless
biggest
fucking
videos are
fun.
like 1.5 and 1.2 or 1.9 to 1.5k views. They haven't really got that much that's big.
Yeah.
But it looks like just some college age, young college age guys that are just making funny shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Good for them.
promote them, send their videos around because they're actually entertaining.
Yeah.
And they get kicked out of the places, and they handle it with aplomb. They're not super bad about it, but it's just like, why wouldn't
Yeah.
they just go along with it because it's funny, and get like good press on the internet with people potentially? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or just be like, sorry, sir, but we have to charge tall people such as yourself extra money because
Yeah.
they take up too much airspace, and then charge them for 2 tickets so that they're still paying for 2 people,
Yeah.
and let them go sit down and watch the movie if they really want.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
That is pretty silly.
Like, because I'll tell you right now, I'm when I worked at the gas station, nothing phased me. I was not going to
Yeah.
respond to anything. I did not crack even a smile when the man came in full clown makeup and costume to buy 240s. I was just like, damn, homie must have had a rough fucking day because he's still in
Right.
the makeup and the outfit and he buying beer shit.
Yeah.
That's rough because he would have preferred to go home and like shower and wash that shit off before he go get his beer.
Yeah. He's like, no, I need to get fucked up and get this day out of my head as soon as possible.
Exactly. He was clearly not having a great day.
All right.
So he didn't need me laughing and giggling and making fucking jokes about him being a clown.
Mhm.
It wasn't easy though.
We had. Yeah. I posted a link to these people that I followed. I don't know how they feed, but they did, and I don't know. They're okay. They're not great, but they're fun to watch.
You know what? The
They're
thing
fucking.
is, if it's genuine comedy, it's like there's. I don't watch VTubers, but there's one VTuber that does YouTube Shorts that I see occasionally, and she seems like some young girl, like in her early 20s,
All
and
right.
and it's interesting because you see all these other VTubers, it's all just vague sexualization because they don't have anything entertaining or talented about them. They're not interesting
Right.
people. They're boring, worthless shit. And the only reason they're getting that is because they're getting pushed by these Japanese companies right now, and
Right.
they constantly allude to having like to sexual shit with their audience.
Yeah, a lot of
Oh yeah, I'm
innuendo.
such a great singer. No, you just keep talking about titties and your ass, and that's why these like
Yeah.
16-year-olds are watching you and jacking off. Like just fucking stop. You're not entertaining. But this one chick that I just recently seen on these YouTube shorts on occasion, she has genuine comedic timing, good sense of humor, actual real jokes, and not at all sexual. I mean, there's some like dirty humor, but it's not like ooh, my titties are so soft today. Can you hear me squeezing through the
Yeah.
microphone? Shit, none of that. Like just being sexual shit.
Yeah. I hear you.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are the total BS. It's like a couple, basically. I don't know if they're actually married, husband and wife, or whatever. But
Please, as long as it's not a prank show, because I don't buy those prank shows.
no, they mainly cover comedy. Like they're good.
Okay.
They'll make you laugh occasionally. Mostly, it's one of those situations where I have more fun in the chat with the other chatters. It's not a lot because they're a very small channel. I think they only have like 200 or 300 subscribers.
Nice.
Mostly, we just talk shit to them and tell them how horrible they are. It's one of those kind of things.
Oh,
but they're cool.
nice.
They're like totally fine with it. You know what I mean? So it's fun. I mean, like I tell them, I'm like, I like you guys, but I feel compelled to fucking clown on you. I don't know why. I want you to know I actually like you, but
I'm sure they're used to it. They have parents.
right. Yeah, no, they're pretty good about it.
It's terrible.
Because it's a guy named Brian and Shayna. I think one of the last comments I made last night, because we're like alluding to him being gay and a cuck and that kind of shit in the chat all the time. So I'm like, is it okay if we refer to Shayna as Brian's beard from now on? What do you think, guys?
Oh, absolutely. You got to.
So yeah, it's that kind of shit. Like I said, there's not many. There's like maybe 10 people watching, like more than us, obviously. So, but they're actually trying.
Yeah.
So Although again,
hey,
we put zero effort into growing our channel, so
there's never going to be a point at which I'm going to make fun of another channel for being too small.
yeah.
It's just not ever going to happen.
Just once though, I'd like to big time somebody.
Also,
tell
the
them
stuff we
more
talk about would
subscribers I have.
probably there's probably no chance that we would ever get shared with anyone for any reason ever algorithmically.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
this channel, the channels that I have had like videos that popped off for like 15, 20K hits, and then nothing after that because they just get squashed in the algorithm and never get suggested to any of those people again. So I don't know. I don't know what the thing is because even if you consistently post stuff, like how many channels out there consistently post for like years and never get anywhere because there's just an algorithm that makes sure that nobody sees their stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, I would
I remember the Galactic Bubble channel was one that, like, the dude was so fucking funny, dude. He was so fucking good. He did great animation shit. Like, yeah, he doesn't make videos anymore because he never really got a huge following. But he was one of the funniest fuckers, dude.
Well, exactly, and and had his channel been promoted like it normally would have, just naturally, he probably would have made way more subscribers and would have been much more likely to keep making the stuff now.
Yeah, but he was making fun of SJW, so there's no way you're gonna fucking get pushed by fucking YouTube.
Yeah.
Back in when SJW was a thing.
Well, I think what is it now? There's a lot of Native Americans comedians that make fun of themselves for being like Native American.
All right.
All their jokes are almost all like somewhat to do with race in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Do you know who Dan Ninen is?
No.
Okay, you're probably lucky. He's a comedian or whatever. That he's a complete fucking con man and not particularly funny, but he's like half Indian and half Japanese, and like a lot of his jokes are about that. Like he's like, yeah, I'm half Indian and half Japanese, so I get my sushi from 7-Eleven.
Ew.
Like, all right. But dude, he's a fucking complete psychopath though. Like, if you'll, because I guess he got in somehow into like corporate gigs and shit like that actually pay like a lot of money. So like he fucking, like, anybody that makes fun of him at any point, like he puts them on an email list and emails them daily with shit like, look at me, I'm in a private jet. Look at me, I'm at the Tesla store. Or fucking like that kind of fucking prick.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's just those videos
blessed.
fucking. Yeah, he's a fucking complete fucking douchebag. And then apparently
he's
one
the
dude
kind of guy that would get his followers hooked on a
this.
Bitcoin thing so he could pump and dump them.
Dude, okay, so this one of the guys that he was like fucking constantly harassing died, and he like emailed his brother, like talking shit to his brother after the guy died. Like that kind of psychopathic shit.
Wow.
Yes,
dude.
Say,
if I was that dude's brother, that guy wouldn't be on YouTube anymore.
Yeah. Well, he wouldn't be able to fucking
talking shit, and you tell my brother died, and then like starts talking shit to me about it, and like, we're gonna talk one night real late, and you're not gonna be heard from again.
Yeah, I might let you live, but you're not going to be able to communicate.
I mean, you'll be in a box somewhere in the fucking middle of nowhere, just 12 feet under the ground. But, if you're alive when it goes down, that's not really my problem. That's a you problem.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to. I feel like crippling
dirt without hurting my back too badly. That's my problem.
Yeah. I feel like crippling somebody and like cutting out their tongue, like doing some really fucked up shit and let him live, is far crueler or far
So you're like the Princess Bride guy,
Yeah,
we
to the
fight
pain.
A duel to the pain.
Yeah.
And then you'll cut off my ears.
Yeah.
Yes. No, your ears you keep. So that every time you walk down the street and child screams out, "Oh my God, what is that thing?" You'll hear it through your perfect ears. Paraphrasing, obviously.
There's not many. Again, it takes a really special kind of fucking scumbag for me to feel like that's what they deserve. Yeah. So not for everybody.
You're taunting the guy of the whose brother died. That you basically probably have
Yeah,
been
you kind of
harassing for years, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Here's the thing, how is that legal? Like, that guy made, presumably, a substantial amount of money harassing that man's brother for, like, years and years and years.
Yeah, yeah. Well, here's the oh, dude, this is what he used to do too. He would I forget what the comedian was, but it was a pretty well-known comedian. Tour, a tour or whatever. He would find out the guy's dates, and then he would call the club and say, yeah. No, I'm his opener. Yeah, no, he has an opener. I'm his opener. I'm the opener for all his shows. So lied to the club, saying he had a connection with the dude. Until he finally,
Yeah, how
whoever
is
it
this
was,
dude not
why
in
is
jail
this guy
before?
open?
Yeah, this dude should have been in jail. Like, you can't. That's not
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, fraud, dude. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
got to
you,
be
that would be
illegal levels
illegal.
of the criminal harassment at that point.
Yeah, yeah, but the dude finally was like, "Why is this guy always at my shows? Why is he always opening for my shows?" And then, like with the club guy, I was like, "He said he was your opener. He called us and said he was your opener." Like, dude, fuck.
Wow.
Yeah, he got into it with the
That's
with
fucking
Nick,
creepy.
with Nick Mullen and the Cumtown guys.
Oh, he tried to fuck with those guys too? The asshole?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they just mostly just like made fun of him, but they didn't really like none of the shit he did bothered him, so he probably stopped or whatever.
Oh yeah,
But, yeah.
Well, I don't see those guys giving into the guy like that, and
Yeah, no, they're definitely no fucks given kind of guys. Yeah, hold on, I gotta find one, dude. Oh, that one's that's kind of long. That's like a 30-minute thing on him. I don't know if that. Well, if you want to watch it, you can. But
yeah, I'll check it out. I'll check it out later. I'm not gonna put it on right now because it's a YouTube clip, right? So I can't.
Yeah,
Don't wanna play that and have it be like get us a strike or something.
Yeah, I gotta find the one with where Nick's talking about him. Because I think I had sent you one about Tom Myers, who's a whole different kind of fucking. He just sucks and doesn't realize it. So that's not nearly as bad as what Dan
just
90
being a bad comedian is not a crime, though. You know?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some people who might say so, like, for sure.
Yeah.
It's
no,
not actually
being,
technically a crime to be a bad comedian.
Yeah, not being funny and having no self-awareness is definitely not a crime.
Speaking of bad comedians, but a good comedian, have you been watching anything with Stavros lately? He's one of the guys from Cumtown. Stavros seems to be really fucking funny. Like I started catching some of this shit, and he does crowd work in like a really good, positive way.
Yeah,
like, he's definitely poking fun and making fun, but he's just getting like these crazy fucking stories out of people. And it's so entertaining.
Yeah. No, he's solid, dude. He's a funny dude, man, for sure. Yeah, no, I've always liked Stavros. Once I got past the fact that his laugh was almost the exact same as Sam Roberts, like once I got past that fact, yeah, I was all in on him, dude.
Have you seen you watch Red Letter Media, right? RLM? The guys do the best of the worst and happen.
Yeah. Actually, I don't think I'm actually subscribed. Hold on, I got to subscribe to them because I'm not.
Yeah. The whole like unsubscribe thing that happens mysteriously sometimes.
Yeah, no, I don't think I ever subscribed to them, and now I don't. I'm wondering why, because anything I watch of theirs is fucking hilarious, dude. Very entertaining shit. All right, yeah, I'm subscribed. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, what about him?
The guy on there, Rich, has a similar laugh where it's just like incredibly obnoxious sounding, but for some reason, because he's just such a nice guy, it's endearing.
Yeah. No, it's not. If I didn't know who Sam Roberts was and didn't know what a fucking piece of shit he is, it wouldn't have bothered me at all, probably. But just the fact that it would put Sam Roberts in my head anytime I heard the laugh, I'm like, ugh. But you get past that, and he's pretty goddamn funny. And again, like you said, the laugh gets more, it actually gets endearing.
Yeah, it's because he's such a nice guy. Like, Stavros seems like a genuinely good guy. Like, he's not a terrible person. He's just like, a pretty nice dude.
He seems like a bit of a degenerate, but like not a scumbag degenerate, if that makes any sense.
Yes. Makes perfect sense.
All right, cool. I didn't want to have to try to explain what that meant. But yeah, no, he seems like a good dude. Yeah, it sucks that he left them, dude. And they left Cumtown. But I guess, you know.
Okay, and then we got this person with an aimbot. All right, yay! He's pre-aiming when I'm through walls. I swear to Christ.
Mm-hmm. Are you able to communicate with them in between rounds or no?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna sit and bitch some fucking 12-year-old on a fucking game. I got better shit to do.
Yeah. I hear you. That would get tiring, I imagine. You'd be doing it almost every fucking round. No, you really accomplished something there. Good job.
Yeah, this dude just
really
knows where you are before he's like pre-aiming.
Yeah.
He just randomly aims in the corner for no reason. Like, I watch his screen, he's zoomed in so he can't see anything. He just randomly just decided to go aim at that random corner. Like, there was no reason for him to have looked over there in the game at all. He's literally looked away from shit that was going on.
Yeah, that's fucking obvious bullshit. Like, wow, your skills are unbelievable. And by unbelievable, I mean not believable.
Yeah, it's just so painfully obvious at that point. Alright, well, it's kind of time to... I'll just run around invisible and just do nothing until this is over. It's wasting my time. I don't want to get, like, penalized for leaving, though, so it's like,
Yeah, I hear you. Oh yeah, Brendan Schaub. He's pretty. He's well known hated. Dan Ninen is much more obscure hated. Yeah, Brendan Schaub. God damn. Ugh.
Yeah, that's a guy that's not a comedian. I would say he's like a non-median.
Yeah,
he actively lessens the amount of humor.
Yeah. Sucks it right out of the fucking room.
Yeah.
And
like,
yet
he thought it was going to be funny,
dude.
and then he started talking, and he realized, sadly, no, there's not going to be anything funny going on tonight.
Yeah.
They've hired a non-median.
Dude, he thinks he's so fucking great. It's amazing,
it's
dude.
Weird, yeah. There's a lot of people like that, though. You see that whenever they do those, what do you call them? The singing things, the fucking where the guy comes in and sings and like,
Oh, right.
Like, what was it? It was like a big show for a while.
Fuck, dude, the Masked
Singer. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Where like the just random people would come in and like try to sing.
Oh, okay. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
It had the Simon Cowell guy on it that was like super fucking mean to everybody all the time.
Oh, X Factor? That one?
Something like that, yeah.
Alright, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what I was going to say? The shop thing reminded me. Tom Myers actually thought he was funny. I forgot. Yeah. And he actually would shit on, like, Nick Mullen. Like, they had, like, some kind of... Like, Nick just made fun of him because he's a fucking cornball and his shit's fucking hacky, fucking barely funny shit. And, dude, and the no self-awareness thing was... Because Luis Gomez had him on his podcast or whatever. And he's friends with... Like, Luis is fucking tight with Nick Mullen and the Cumtown guys. So he was bringing him in to make fun of him. But he plays it along like he's agreeing with him that Nick sucks and all this shit. It's fucking, yeah. Have I shown that to you? I don't know if you'd actually shared that.
Maybe you have, maybe you haven't, though. It doesn't sound very familiar.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking funny when you know that everybody in the room thinks this guy sucks, but they're playing along with him. Like, yeah, Nick's terrible. Yeah, no, Tom, you're fucking hilarious, dude. Yeah. Trust me, it's funny. The way I'm describing it might not be, but it's pretty good. Yeah, let me pull that up, actually. J. Gomez. I haven't watched Nate Bargatze in a while. That guy's fucking funny.
Oh, yeah? I don't know.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? The comedian, Nate Bargatze?
No, it doesn't sound familiar.
Yeah, fuck, I'll have to share some of his shit. He's like this fucking dude from like Tennessee or somewhere. And he actually moved up to New York to do comedy, which is so fucking ballsy. Like, it's got to kind of respect him just for that. But yeah, he's actually really fucking funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they explain the okay.
Let's get back
Oh
on
god.
Get the objective.
Bong hit transplant. Yeah, you might actually learn what that if that ever comes up anywhere, you'll understand that reference. Bong hit transplant was the punchline
Bong
to one of
hit
Tom
transplant. That
Hardy's
sounds good. I can dig that.
Yeah, doesn't it? Yeah, basically the joke is he's in a fucking 7-Eleven or whatever, and the guy in front of him is buying all this shit like Funyuns and an old rusty banana and all this junk food. And he's like, tells the cashier like, yeah, no, my girlfriend just had surgery, so I'm getting her all all this stuff, for feel better. And he's like, yeah, right. What'd she get? A bong hit transplant?
System compromised.
Diva reporting in.
That's the joke.
Apagando las luces.
Oh, I just got shot through a wall. That's a neat
Wow.
trick.
Jesus.
I'm literally
Are the
like
weapons
behind a fucking
supposed to be
wall,
able
and
to
this
do
person
that?
headshots me like through the fucking
Wow.
wall.
Have it out from me.
Our bullets can go through walls, though, right? I mean, I know
no,
it's
they
cheating.
can't. Not
Don't
at
get me
all.
wrong.
Not at all in this game.
Oh, really?
No, you
Wow.
can't. That's not at all a thing that actually happens.
Okay. That's fucked up then. What the fuck, man? Why not just get a cheat where you just fucking point at something and it dies?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck,
it's
dude?
ridiculous.
God damn it. Fuck, that's way too
I
long.
think we're gonna take the round anyway because the person's terrible at the game.
If they want this push,
Sí me
they'll
gusta.
have to go through me. Is that what you
Well, he's cheating and he still sucks.
Yeah,
Always plan an exit.
it's like a lot of the people that hack are just really bad at the game, and that's why they cheat. Because it's easier to
Yeah,
just get an aimbot and use a sniper than to learn how to use like positioning and take your time and play the game correctly as any other player. So it's like it's a waste.
I still feel that
I don't know, man. It's fucking crazy.
Oh, come on.
I
didn't
don't
hit that
understand
hard.
why people do it,
If that is the
but
case,
they just keep
our
doing it.
enemies have much to fear.
Like their team totally has way more damage than we do in total, and we still won just because we held the ground better in the last round.
So they're not even good at cheating? That's
Nope.
fucking sad.
That's gotta fucking hurt.
Alright, there you go. I found a little, it's if you want a quick primer on the Dan Ninen thing, that one's only like 5 minutes. That's the Nick Mullen take on him. Sums it up. You can watch the other one if you want to get more in depth on how deep his douchebaggery goes.
Oh yeah. Oh, he just went to a fucking. To a
Yeah, is
fucking
that
other
right?
character. He went to a machine gun character that's hit scan so he can cheat better.
Wow.
'Cause
Oh, wow.
the sniper wasn't working because he didn't win last round.
His cheats weren't effective enough. Jesus fucking Christ. Like, oh wait, I can shoot a bunch of bullets that can't miss. Way more than the sniper rifle.
Yep, it's all about the win at any cost thing, man.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, like for me or you, it's fucking completely hollow because we know we didn't do anything that didn't require any skill. But
Oh yeah.
the people that will do that are people that are will convince themselves that they're actually good, that they actually accomplish something, and that they have fucking
Oh yeah.
skill.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. Like I just don't understand where you get it from, and I'll never get it. I'll never understand it because like.
They're sociopaths or psychopaths or whatever, dude. You know what I mean?
But I mean, who cares about the win if the only reason you won was because you had to cheat? Like to me, it takes all the fun out of it.
Yeah, well, again, they're capable of an incredible amount of self-delusion. It's kind of the nature of those disorders. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, they're the type of people that would literally brag about how high their stats are, even though they completely fucking cheated and they actually suck at the.
Yep, they're all the best players ever.
Yeah, yeah.
It's also part of the reason why I don't play on fucking what do you call it, competitive. Is because people are just so fucking crazy.
Yeah, they are really into that shit, dude. Holy fuck, dude. Yeah, like people that will get really angry over a fucking game. You're like, I don't know if that's like, why do you play? Makes you this mad. Why are you playing? Either that or they just enjoy being angry. Some people seem to just enjoy being angry.
Yeah, I don't know.
A nice fucking adrenaline rush, dude, being angry all the time, I guess.
Dude, I mean, look at Twitter.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, Twitter is pretty much like that is what Twitter is.
Yeah. That is pretty much the defining characteristic. It's not a place for like. Oh no, I can kind of see it from your point of view. It's more like, no, you should die. You're literally Hitler. If you disagree with me on anything.
Oh, somebody fucking magically erased my fucking thing? What the fuck? My fucking sensor was down, and I could see everybody, so they couldn't have fucking been the ones to take it.
Done just yet.
I'm using a teleporter that's like the most evil fucking person on the planet. I still helped win that round. But it was like, suddenly my little fucking beacon that gets me back where I gotta go was disappeared for no reason. I'm like, how'd they do that? They weren't even in the fucking thing?
Magic. They're just that talented.
I mean, I could have fat fingered it. I don't think you can hack that. I think that was just like a weird fat finger more than anything.
Nah, I gotcha.
Just the D button that goes and strafes right is right next to the F button which erases it, so that's probably what happened.
Ah, I gotcha.
Yeah. See, but we won the round, so like we still came out on top. It's not like it matters that they had a sniper hacking.
Yeah.
I just couldn't play the character that I wanted to. I was mad.
Yeah, fuck those guys. How dare they?
Is there anything else going on in the world that's fun? I'm gonna definitely check this stuff out. That guy fucking sneaking into the things. Like, even though he's a dick. Oh, the sword guy. That was the other thing. So that guy flipped shit on me in the comment section of one of his videos, and he's like a fairly good-sized YouTuber. And my thing was just like, he was doing a demonstration of like sword moves and why like the one sword is better than another.
Right.
I think it was like that the long sword is better than a like a ninja sword or whatever. I don't know if those are the correct terms for those swords.
Yeah, probably not.
I don't know shit.
Yeah, it's probably like broadsword and katana. But go ahead.
Yeah. But it was a whole video about how like the basically the broadsword it wins everything ever, always and always it will.
Okay.
And it was really like goofy looking, and the people were doing like the pratfalls, and he's doing like really slow strokes, and so it looked like it really reminded me of those martial arts videos where the guy's doing the fake martial arts and the people are just falling down.
Oh yeah,
and I was like, I get a little, I get a lot of that. You know, no, I even said like, watching the people fall down reminds me of those people falling down. It's very entertaining, and I wasn't like I was saying that it was fake.
Yeah,
it was that I was saying it just reminded me of those videos, which I also enjoyed. But goddamn, you'd think I fucking stuck my dick in his kid.
Mother?
I mean, he was so mad.
Yeah. No, I got it. And yeah, once you had said that, I looked at him and I'm like, yeah, he looks like he dabbles in douchebaggery.
I've had people get mad too, like when I just agree with them in a comment.
Yeah, but you didn't agree in the right way.
I say something that's not the correct way to agree, and they get like fucking just furious with you, and they start screaming and like, well, all caps lock. They're not really screaming, but it's essentially you can kind of get the tone. It's like.
Yeah,
they're really fucking mad. But
Yeah,
like
it's
they just get so
fucking nuts,
mad.
dude.
I don't understand that. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
that
I don't
doesn't-
generally
yeah.
get mad in the comments. Like I'll say things that are
Yeah.
mean or angry sounding to be funny.
Right. Yeah, no, I kind of like doing that kind of shit where it's like you can't exactly tell how I really feel, but I'm just like trying to be funny, like pretending I'm agreeing, but that I don't agree with what I'm saying,
Yeah, yeah.
but towing the line so it's not quite obvious. It's an art form, really, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a trip. But yeah, I mean, trolling is fun. That's the thing. But it's weird how many times you troll unintentionally. Like you're not even trying to troll. You're just like making a joke or,
Yeah,
or
saying
saying
you
something
enjoyed the
complimentary.
video. Yeah, I didn't say you weren't. Yeah, with that guy, you weren't saying like, "Oh, this is all fake and you're a phony" or anything. You're just saying this particular video
I mean, it
reminded me
even,
of
like,
that.
How does it matter? You're fucking. They're swords. Like
Yeah.
you know, like is it really a fucking like sword? Is that really like a legitimate concern that people don't believe you're really a
Yeah.
swordsman kind of thing?
Yeah, if you're that worried about it and getting that upset that you think somebody's like questioning your credibility or whatever. Yeah, that's fucking pretty fucking weird.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's
Yeah, it's a fucking trip.
sad.
Yeah.
Aerial positioning underway. A clean kill.
Fucking people. What the hell is their problem?
Ready for launch.
Scatter.
But you know, everybody's got to get mad about something, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. So I hear. It tends to take me a lot. For most things, I'm usually like, is this life or death? No.
No,
Is
yeah,
it even
it's the other
really
way.
that important?
Are you actually
No.
making any decisions right now?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, because the ones where people get mad about stuff, it's like, are you the one making any calls here? Are you changing the gun laws? Then like, who fucking cares what somebody thinks about it? You know, like, why is that?
Yeah, and they're not affecting the policy itself or any of that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Fuck them. Who gives a shit what their opinion is? What are the laws, and are they actually being enforced the way they should be?
Increasing altitude.
Not like, no, I think it should be this way, and you think it shouldn't be. So you're the fucking devil. Yeah, it's a bizarre mindset. A very juvenile fucking mindset.
Yeah. Well, it's the mindset that stops people from having like legitimate conversation, and it makes it so
Yeah.
much fun.
Yeah, actually debating it or whatever. Or even just whatever, discussion, debate, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't like all this shit,
I don't like calling things debate anymore.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that, dude. I was just gonna say that. Yeah, I don't like calling it debate because that makes it
I'm definitely
adversarial.
agreeing. Yeah. You.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was literally getting to say the same thing, dude. That's why I said debate, and then I said, well, discussion, and then I was going to say that. We're on the same page, dude.
I gotta say, the days of me debating with millennial woes, long and far away. Because I will say this, the dude's a racist prick. No doubt about it. It's definitely racist. It's like race realism is not some sort of intellectual exercise. Right. It's very legitimately racism.
But don't go easy on them.
But he was a good debater.
He was an honest debater. He didn't fuck around.
Yeah, that's always nice.
He would let people make their points, and he would generally like refrain from allowing people, even if they were on the side of what he thought, Like even if they bought into his opinions,
He would cut them off and be like, "Hey, don't
would,
interrupt."
Yeah, he wouldn't let them use like really obvious fallacies and stuff like that.
Yeah. So an honorable dumbass. I mean, racist or whatever.
Yeah, he was just unfortunately a dumbass, but he was a very nice guy. Other than that,
Yeah.
so as
I
long
hear
as
ya.
you weren't black, he was cool. Apparently, you know that was like the big cutoff point.
Isn't he like Irish or something? Or
He
like,
was
somewhere.
like Irish, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I remember seeing him. The image I have of go up on the table and smoking and gesturing with his smoker hand a lot. But I haven't seen a lot of them, so I don't know if that's actually what he was normally doing. But I'm remembering a guy with a beard and mustache, and yeah, that.
I don't know if I ever saw his face.
Oh, really? Yeah, I could be completely wrong. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking it's got to be the guy.
Yeah, he was a
Yeah, I
very
remember him being Irish, so
he was a very interesting character.
yeah. I wonder what that guy's up to. Or does he still do make videos and shit? You gotta be
I
doing
don't know.
something
I haven't
somewhere.
really been following that shit for a very long time.
Yeah, I hear you.
Didn't really like. There's no reason to follow that stuff.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like they're just like a very small group of people. They're not going to be affecting somebody's like opinions.
Yeah. Once you know what their stance is, you don't really need to follow up on it. I hear you.
Yeah. Once
So
you
you just
get
don't like
it,
black
essentially.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still pretty amazed that fucking Nick, god damn it, Nick Fuentes and fucking Milo were fucking hanging out with fucking Kanye West. That still blows my mind, dude.
Yeah, that was crazy. And then like, the really sad thing was that they actually managed to what do you call it? Really fuck some people over. Like that guy got really fucked over by that whole thing.
Yeah.
Like poor Kanye, because he really didn't, like he didn't deserve to be fucked with like that.
Yeah. Did anyone ever explain how the fuck he hooked up with those two? It's just weird. Like they're not.
They probably
well
met
known,
through like agents or something, and he heard of them on the internet, and so it was just like, like you gotta like fucking. Oh, I'm trying to think of how they would have heard of him. Like maybe he saw him online and wanted to meet him, and his agent reached out. Like I'm sure they've all got agents. Like they're not just like.
Yeah, these guys are being
like, Milo's not really a YouTuber anymore. He's like an agent.
Yeah. So maybe it's he just found out, oh, who else is getting canceled? And I want to fucking, interact with those guys.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
that makes sense. That actually makes sense. He was also canceled, and he's like, you know what? These other motherfuckers got canceled, so they must be cool. So I'm gonna go hang out with these guys. That I could see that happening. Oh, somebody's right. The people who say diff are the fucking worst. There's a lot of people. So there's 3 roles in Overwatch 2. There's tank, damage, and support. And so every time a game ends, somebody will say damage diff, support diff, tank diff, as if they're the ones that won the fucking game.
Oh,
and you're like,
okay.
No, there's 5 of us on this team. It's 5 people won. And when you lose, 5 people lost.
Yeah.
Everybody loses or everybody wins. There's no like, no, but I was really good and the rest of my team just made me lose. No. You were part of it. You're equally at fault.
Nah.
I mean, there's once in a
Yeah,
while
that's
people are
fucking-
throwing where they're intentionally causing you to lose.
Right,
But
right.
that's, that's different. If it's somebody who's just not good, then like, nah, you're on the team with that guy and you lost. They won. The other team won because they had better players.
Dispersing.
And that's just how it is. You don't have to like it. You don't have to agree with it. But it's fucking obnoxious to be like, oh no, it was damage diff.
Hey, it's game.
Yeah, that's fucking so fucking. Ugh.
It's like, yeah, I had the most damage in that game last time.
Yeah, that's a douchey thing to do, man. What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm not the one that won that last game. I am part of the reason
Yeah.
the team won, but I'm just part of a team.
Greetings.
Yeah, it's a team effort, man. Yeah, Jesus. Such fucking. Yeah, it's so douchey, dude. God damn, what is wrong with fucking people? I guess it's insecurity. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're not insecure, like, even if you felt like you were like,
Well, and how do you
pretty much the only
win?
reason.
Well, how do you improve if that's the way you think too?
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you never think,
like, I'm
"All
already
right,
good enough.
This didn't work. Maybe I need to change the way I'm playing, or maybe I need to switch characters and use a different DPS or a different support or a different tank.
Yeah, yeah.
Then you can't really, like, you can't just blame your team for everything that goes wrong. You got to figure out how to do better, even if it means you have to carry in order for your team to win that game. You know what I mean? Like, yeah,
Yeah.
okay, maybe you carried, but that doesn't matter. It's just that's what you had to do to win the game. It doesn't make you special.
Is its own
Yeah, yeah. It's pretty fucking nuts, dude.
No, it's just a bad way to look at it. Always blaming your team is a terrible, terrible way to look at it.
Right? They won't even know what happened.
Almost as much as blaming hackers all the time. You know, like there weren't any hackers in the last couple rounds. I don't think. I played a couple rounds and it was pretty decent. I didn't see anybody doing anything crazy. So hey, there you go. It's not in every round. It's just unfortunately Overwatch 2 didn't bother to put in any anti-cheat software, so there's nothing to like even remotely help prevent them. They're kind of like, it's kind of silly how bad it got.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I missed that badly. Oh, that was terrible. Alright, that worked out. I finally got it. Like, knock everybody off the high ground because I don't want them to have it. No, they're gonna murder me. I may have to change characters after this. Because they got the hard counter for my character is soldier, and they're using a soldier, so he was gonna murder me. Shit. Fuck you, Mercy.
all.
Why'd you res me? I could have gone back and changed my fucking character, you bitch.
Fucking guy.
But, oh, what is it that's...
I could use some assistance.
messy, but
Jesus, this Kiriko is really not good. I keep managing to sneak right up behind their support and just murder her from behind, like in the worst way. And I'm really bad at sneaking, so I'm just thinking it's somebody who's just learning how to play that character. Like, I feel bad for them. Like, I hope they get better.
Yeah. God damn.
Did their monkey just jump further into the fight? Alright, I'm finally dead. Oh, hey, what did you do for Christmas this year?
skies away. Here to help.
Out of curiosity.
Not much. Not much, really.
Because, yeah, you were saying, like,
Leading to the
you
air.
guys didn't do a whole lot, so I was just curious, like, what
Yeah,
is
well,
not a whole lot?
They are
Yeah, well, because my mom and wanted to fly back to visit with relatives and shit, so she flew out back on the 22nd, or no, earlier than that, like the 18th, I think, and hung out with family in Florida until Christmas Day, and on Christmas Day she flew up to New York to spend some time with her brother and his wife. So they're out of town.
Oh, so you like
Or my mom
yeah.
and sister. Yeah, my mom and sister were out of town.
So you were just kind of like hanging out alone with like your dad, or?
All right. Yeah. No, my dad's dead. How dare you bring that up, dude?
Oh, that's right. Sorry, I don't know why I forgot that shit. I fucking heard the story of that suicide multiple times.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, yeah. So I mean, I honestly, in this year, I just wasn't really feeling it anyway. So I just kind of basically I went and actually I did. I went shopping on the 23rd. Like I was like, and I gotta get, I gotta get my son something, because I was gonna just pay money on his on the vet bill from saving the dog's life or whatever. But I'm like, well, I gotta get him something,
Yeah.
And then I'm like, all right, I gotta get something for my mom. She did give me a fucking money for Christmas, so that's what I usually do. I'll use the money because my mom just gives money. You know what I mean? She's like,
Yeah.
here you go get whatever you want. I have no idea. So what I'll do is generally take that money and buy gifts for people with the money I get. So yeah, so I went out on the 23rd and got presents for basically just for my son, my mom, and his nana, or his great nana, I guess technically. But you have that grandmother, like she's the one that everybody just calls Nana, even though there's a bunch of different Nanas that are known by like Nana Terry or whoever, whatever their names are.
Yeah. There's none of this,
So
none
anyways,
of that.
yeah, but for her, it's just literally you just say Nana, and everybody which one you're talking about. So, anyways, yeah. So I got something from from me and my son basically to my mom and to his Nana and him. So yeah, basically I was not into it like at all. So yeah, I
Yeah.
basically just but I ended up going like on the 23rd. I'm like, yeah, I better go get some shit. And I always go to Ross, like for some reason. I don't know if you
buy,
ever
like,
shop at
clothes and
Ross,
stuff?
but no. They've got they've got a lot, mostly clothes, I guess you'd say. But in the back, they'll have all kinds of different shit.
Okay, I've never really shopped at a Ross, so I just thought they were like a clothing store.
Yeah, no, they
I
just
always
get
saw
all
those,
kinds of
I got it
shit.
at Ross commercials. Like, well, those are amazing pants. Oh, I got them at Ross.
Yeah, so I guess that is kind of the main thing, but they have all kinds of discounted shit. So basically, yeah, I go there because, dude, they always got something good, like something that my mom would like or that his nana would like, and cheap. You know what I mean? So yeah, I go to Ross and I got that toy. I showed you the toy that I got for the dog, right? For the puppy, the bottle thing.
Yeah. You were giving the puppy hot chocolate.
Yeah, it's a toy bottle. It's made out of
Oh, I know. That's what makes it
fabric.
funny.
And
Come on, do I have to explain the joke? Jesus Christ. Oh, I gotta do your bit now. Come on, man. Don't be that lazy.
all right. So anyway, actually, I found that there's $3, dude, and goddamn, but it's already destroyed. He's already destroyed it.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking love that thing quite literally to death. So, but anyways, yeah.
It
and
looked
then
like it
brought
was
him,
made like a stuffed animal, so I didn't see that lasting very terribly long.
Yeah. But he loves anything that makes a crinkly noise, and it had that crinkly kind of fucking whatever the fuck, plastic or whatever it is. He loves like chewing on anything that makes that kind of noise. And yeah, he was obsessed with that thing. So, but anyway, so yeah, I got him, and I got a bag of treats, like the Blue Buffalo treats. They had some there, like on sale for like $5 for a bag, and they're normally like 13. But then I got my nana. I do actually consider him my nana. I love that woman.
This person's definitely cheating. I'm out.
All right, but yeah, basically they had a. Actually, I might have a picture of it. I took a picture of it for sure. Let me see if I still have it. But I got her this box that's got like a really cool design on it. I was kind of iffy on it because I'm like, I know I think it's fucking cool looking, but I've also done a lot of acid. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure his Nana has not. I'm going to go out on a limb.
You would assume probably not, having done a lot of
Yeah.
acid.
I would be incredibly shocked. I would not believe you. I would require proof.
You would need evidence. Fair enough.
Yeah. So it's basically one of the boxes. It's got like the QB design, but it's how I just posted it in the Discord. So if you can see that, that's the box. I put a quarter on it.
That'd fuck with you.
Yeah, yeah. So and it actually has a smaller box inside of it. So it's 2 boxes. Yeah. So there's 2 boxes like that. One that size, obviously, and then one slightly smaller inside of it. So I got that for his Nana, and then for my mom, I just got her a couple hanging planters. She does all kinds of shit. Like our whole side yard, she's growing all kinds of shit. Like there's probably I think 6 different little sections of where they put, actually made a box. It's on the ground for the most part, but like made a box planter or whatever you want to fucking call it, like a big square rectangle area. So I got her a couple of hanging planters. Let's see if I can get a good shot. Yeah, I took a picture. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, they're not great, but it's at least something I know she can fucking use. You know what I mean? So, yeah, she seemed happy with it. Although she hasn't got it, I just took this picture and sent it to her, basically. Oh, god damn it. Fucking do that.
Gotta be careful.
But yeah, it's just obviously a thing to put a plant in, and it's got the, 3 chains that come together at the top. You can hang it on whatever. I don't know if you heard any of that, or all you heard was fucking motorcycle going by.
3 chains and a motorcycle, yeah.
All right, but yeah, it's basically, in case anyone's not familiar with what a hanging planter is, it's essentially a thing you put a plant in, and it's got chains that you can hang it from something. So I got two of those, 2 different size little planters for her to put her plants in. And then for my son, he had gotten his brother like a Chargers helmet, like a little mini helmet. And then he had said something about how he almost wanted to get himself a Lions one. So I went and got the Lions helmet, mini helmet for him. That was pretty much it. New Year's Eve, I took the dog for a really long walk, and then hung out with him down there for a while at his mom's. But that was pretty much it. I was done like pretty fucking early on. Christmas, I think it was the same thing. I went down there and hung out. Took the basically.
Nice. Well, you saw the gingerbread houses. We did that, and then we also did the a little bit of gift stuff.
Right.
So that was kind of cool. Nothing super crazy.
Yeah, see, normally I'm into that shit, dude, but I don't know. Like I said, this year just was kind of blah. Like, I just didn't get into it, man, like I normally do. Yeah, and it didn't even bother me. Like, I was almost relieved that I didn't really have any responsibilities as far as fucking having to go anywhere or do anything. And that's pretty much the opposite of what I'm normally, my normal mindset for the holidays. Still, it was good. I mean, it was fine.
It sounds like a pretty, that was an alright holiday kind of thing. Like, it's not special.
Yeah, it's nothing particularly memorable about it. But again, I didn't feel like, having a memorable fucking Christmas or whatever anyway. So it worked out well.
Well, that's pretty cool. I got my brother some photography gear. He had like a list of like $30, $40 items on like Amazon. So I just picked up a few of those. And then I bought my sister some nice used books. Because the way I look at it, she wanted the Percy Jackson book series, from that movie, Percy Jackson, The Lightning Thief.
Yeah, the Mountain Olympus shit or whatever, yeah.
And so I'm like, hey, do you mind if they're used? And she's like, no. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to buy every book I can in the series, because they're all used, so it's super fucking cheap.
Nice.
So I got that, and then the first package arrived. It was the wrong fucking book, so I'm dealing with their customer support. They're sending out some new copies. Like there's no problems. Like they're not trying to like be like you.
Yeah. It was just a legitimate mistake, and they're taking care of it. That's good.
Yeah, it just happens, you know. Fucking holidays, lots of people buying shit.
Indeed. Yeah, I'm kind of amazed at how fast shit is able to come nowadays, because it's usually like, if it's into December at all, you know, like 5, 10, well, not fairly recently, like you could not really expect it to be there by Christmas if you were like a week into December. You know what I mean? But now I've gotten so fucking efficient at shipping shit that you can actually still get it in 2 or 3 days. Or maybe that's just me. Oh fuck! Are you still there, dude?
Sorry, I'm in the middle of like almost getting murdered.
Okay.
I way overextended myself like a dumb fuck.
Yeah.
So it got real intense for a second.
Yeah, if I tend to get kicked off, so I'm one. You know what I mean? If there's silence, I'm like,
absolutely get it. I snuck behind the enemy lines to sneak up on somebody, and I fucked up. I'm done fucked up. It's like, maybe that wasn't the right choice. I think I need to change characters. They're counting right now.
Yeah, keep going 1v5, dude. It works great. I swear to God. Leroy!
Oh, except that's 3 fucking kills, baby.
Yeah, nice. Wait, what was the name? It was Leroy Jenkins, right? The guy that did that, where he just came back and just rushed in. Like they're all talking up.
I met his wife once. Did I tell you that?
Yeah. Oh, really?
I was doing karaoke in VR chat. His fucking wife happened to be there.
That's fucking great, dude.
I didn't meet him. She was just she was reasonably nice. She wasn't like super like
like,
crazy.
yeah, that's my husband.
She was just like, oh yeah, he's a pretty nice guy. You know, wish he was here. You'd probably like to meet him.
Yeah, not a great raid partner, but good guy.
Yeah, well, I mean that was all like a setup.
Yeah, it was fake. Yeah, I know it was fake, but it's pretty fucking funny. God damn, that was so fucking hilarious.
My team is just not going after their support. Like, come on, guys, support. We're gonna lose. Oh well, that's how it is.
Yeah. It's pretty rare when you get a fucking 4 other dudes that are gonna be all on board.
All on board with it. Yeah. Well, they're playing pretty good coverage right now. I mean, obviously nothing hinky going on. We just lost fair and square.
Yeah.
Alright, what's the next map? Here we go. That'll work.
Yo.
Oh, and I got my mom coffee. Because she was like, I don't really want stuff.
Stay close.
Because I'm kind of in the same boat. Like, I got like a couple like knit caps and whatnot.
Right,
but,
right.
I didn't want like just a bunch of shit. You know, like, because like, where am I going to put it? You know, like, I don't need any more stuff. I got all the stuff I want.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of how I am with my Nana too, or my son's Nana, whatever. She's just Nana from now on. Okay, yeah, she's got so much shit that like anything we get her, we don't want it to be too big, and we don't want it to be something that has to go on a shelf, because all her shelves are just fucking flooded with all kinds of shit she's gotten over the years. So I'm like, all right, well, a box would be all right, because you can put shit in the box, you know, put it under your fucking bed or wherever, you can store shit in it. So I was like, that's probably good. It's got a cool design, I think, and, you know, whatever. Yeah, or like I'll get her something that she can hang on the wall or something. Like my son picked out one thing for her like that one year. So yeah, I got to kind of be careful. Hey, here's some shit you can put on your fucking, you know, you can not fit on your shelves, but it goes on, you know, should be on a shelf.
Yeah, exactly.
So we try to avoid that kind of thing. So I figured a box would probably help in that situation. But yeah, dude, Ross, they usually have cool shit, man.
Okay.
Especially for like your mom or grandmother or that type. Like I said, I got Luke's shit there too.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I was telling my son. I'm like, dude, don't be buying the fucking Blue Buffalo shit from like PetSmart or whatever. I'm like, I got that bag for $5. The shit's marked down from like 14. I'm like, they had a bunch of it over there, dude. Go check it out. But yeah, I'm trying to think of the other shit I've gotten them. Oh, they had this cool light fixture one year that would, because like when you first walk into her house, it's like the main gathering area when people there, and there's no light like on the ceiling or anything. Like all they had were lamps. So we got her this cool looking. It's one of those ones that has like the little like round faceted crystal things all over it. So it throws like an interesting kind of prismy thing when it's lit, but like it also, provides light. So yeah, so they strung that up and ran the cord along the ceiling or whatever. So it was something else again that would not, could actually serve a purpose and looks kind of cool and helps illuminate that whole area.
Nice. And I bought a bunch of lighting this year for like just for our front yard, like those little solar lamps and shit.
Oh, right.
Because like there's our front porch light doesn't really work, right? And so like that's not good, right? Like no solar lamp. No. But so the front porch light is gone, and it's just like much easier to what do you call it?
Yeah, I get those little solar lamps.
Get those little solar lamps and try to like put in like real lights or anything. Yeah. My mom has a bunch of the solar Christmas lights. Works really well. String them along the fence around a property or whatever, and it's cool shit. Yeah. The only problem is we thought we bought a bunch, or I thought I got a bunch that you had to turn on every night to work.
All right.
But like it wasn't really. It was just like some sort of. I think they just didn't last very long battery-wise.
Oh, like they didn't get. Talking about something that's solar powered, right?
Yeah. So like solar battery can only charge so much during the day.
Yeah. Well, it would probably work someplace like here, where it's never cloudy or
exactly.
Yeah. If you live somewhere like Arizona where 300 out of 365 days are clear skies, solar shit's pretty fucking efficient.
Alright, now I'm pretty sure something is up with this team because they're just not dying. Like nobody dies anymore with the last 2 rounds.
Wow. Nothing suspicious about that.
Yeah, like you couldn't fucking eliminate any of them anymore. It's like, what the fuck?
Wow.
God damn.
They lucked it. They had 5 fucking cheaters in one group.
No, I don't know what was going on. It was just fucking weird. Like suddenly they just weren't capable of dying. I mean, I can report them, but nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like they're not gonna, they're just gonna say, oh, well, he lost the game, so whatever, and then delete the fucking story.
It's just sour grapes.
Yeah.
He's just mad because he lost. Don't listen to that guy.
Well, it just doesn't make any sense that like the players suddenly can't die anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I know there was one round where I was shooting this one fucking Lucio, and he was terrible. Like he would just run into the middle of the group of other end team, and just jump around in the middle of the team, and like but it didn't matter how many times you shot him, he couldn't drop below 10% health.
Wow.
But like there was no reason for him not to be like there's a character that can do that, but he wasn't in either team, so it's not like his ability was being used.
Yeah.
To save that guy. So it just didn't make any sense. Like, it just didn't matter how many times you shot the dude. Even when he was like at one, it was like it just didn't do anything.
Yeah.
So I think it's just because Overwatch 2 just did, Blizzard is just a shitty company that doesn't care. Samaj is here. What's going on?
Hey.
Yeah,
Welcome.
we all know.
I think I'm at least showing the game this time.
Yes, you are. Yeah, I'm seeing some sort of robot guy with some sort of scepter and a snowy background.
Yeah, he's standing there. I think if I played for another 2 or 3 years without paying for the battle pass, I might unlock that character. It's insane. Yeah, somebody did the actual math, and apparently to unlock all the things for 1 month in a battle pass, it'd take you like 4.5 years without paying.
I think that sounds about right.
And it's like, yeah, that sounds like Blizzard. Blizzard doesn't give a fuck about anything but money.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not mad about the idea of wanting money, because then you're going to try.
When they forego every other aspect of what they're supposed to be doing to earn that money, so that it's not worth the money that they're expecting anymore. That's what becomes the issue.
Yeah. I think like greed overall is not as bad as people think. It's just that how they go about that. Like, do you want a lot of long-term money? Usually that means like investing time and making a quality product. Because like something like World of Warcraft was a fucking cash cow. That generated tons of money. It was really popular. It was a quality game, and people.
I'm sure
played
there's
it.
people that still play it right now.
And not as much as they used to.
But yeah.
World of Warcraft. Sorry, I was getting it mixed up with the actual Warcraft game. My bad. Of course, there's people that are playing World of Warcraft. It's massive. I was thinking the one where it's like the top down and the little guys. You got to move them around and build bases and shit.
Yeah, Warcraft 3. I mean, Warcraft 3 is still popular. They did just come out with like an upgrade version of it. That's how popular it is, because they invested all that time.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of with World of Warcraft and got mixed up. But like World of Warcraft is such a massive game. Obviously, it's still
like Blizzard's probably going to be okay. But the thing is that if you keep coming out with bad product after bad product, you're gonna ruin your brand. And
eventually people won't want to play or buy anymore. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like a terrible product can ruin a franchise, and it can have trickle-down effects. Like we're hearing that right now with the Witcher, because with the Witcher, like the last season that came out in this Origin, they're so bad, and like they're so bad in that people even stop because a lot of people like the first season, but then all this other shit happens and people just dropped out. Like they lost.
You're talking about the TV show Witcher from Netflix? Yeah, I did that. I watched the first season, and then after that, I just couldn't watch anymore.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Too awful.
Well, the Witcher was a secondary character in his own show, which is like not that surprising. So it's no wonder why Henry Cavill left.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we were talking about it earlier. He said, I'll be on for all 9 seasons as long as they stick to the source material. And he's out after...
And of course they did.
I think he did the 3rd season, right? And then now he's out?
No, he was out.
Did 2. Okay,
Wow, he only did 2 seasons before he ducked out of that shit?
Yeah.
Damn.
Then they recast.
So I'm like, he didn't really need to say why he's not doing it anymore. He already said.
I mean, it was already said because he had like one of the writers from the season 1. He's now working at Disney doing the new X-Men show that they're working on, at least in the writer's perspective. But yeah, that guy was talking about the situation there at Netflix with The Witcher. It's like these people actively hate the source material.
Yeah, they mocked the source material.
Yeah,
I'm like, what the fuck, dude? And because we talked about it. We'll do a synopsis for anybody that's new, but we're like, well, why don't these people just create their own fucking universes and fucking do that shit there? And they're like, oh yeah, they fucking suck, and they're not creative.
It's not so much that it sucks. It's like I almost feel sorry for these people, because the reason why they all have this mindset is it all goes back to colleges and universities, because all that they're ever taught is to destroy, because people are being trained to be revolutionaries and protesters. There's essentially every teacher is trying to make every student into a protester that's all about destroying the system and all that. We saw that with feminism. It's all about like disrupt the patriarchy and all that.
Oh yeah.
the only thing that these people got of going to colleges and universities is destroy, 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 and then they go on. Then they go to school, they study whatever it is they're going to study, and then they go out in the real world, and the mentality is just destroy, 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 and it's like that's what they were taught. Like I could be angry at them all I want, but really they're victims of all this. They don't know any better. It's kind of like, like what's that line from like the Bible where Jesus like, Father, forgive them for they know not what they do. That's kind of how I feel right now. They don't know what they're doing, and they don't see what's wrong. Because the other thing about this is like, look at the Rings of Power, and look how bad that is right now. They and like the writers and all that, they're all talking about like doing season 2 and their other projects further on. But when asked about like how Lord of the Rings came out, they don't understand. They literally said that we don't understand why it's failing. They don't understand. They flat out said we don't know why it's such a shit show. And so that's why I feel sorry for these people, because they don't get it.
Yeah, they have no affinity for the fucking source material, so they don't care if it gets changed.
Well, yeah, but that's because they were
antithetical.
Yeah, but they were taught exactly. But they were taught to do that. They were taught to see the world this way, and everything that exists is the result of the patriarchy. So it all must be destroyed. Well, yeah, or some other that too as well. And so, like, for me, I'm starting to feel sorry for these people, because a lot of these people, they went to school. They were probably at one point passionate about what it is they wanted to do, but they were taught about doing this and doing this these types of stories and art styles and whatnot. And I just feel sorry for them. It's like you spent all this money, you went into debt, you went in to learn all this stuff, and you came out more broken than you were going in, and you thought you had a bright future ahead of you. Like, I don't know how, I don't know. Part of me just feels sad for them, because I'm looking at like people in comics and all that, and you have all these indie creators, and they're making like millions of dollars on like 1 or 2 comics, and these people can't even pay their rent, and they went to school to learn all this stuff, to learn to be artists and all that. Like I don't know. It just breaks my heart, and because the collapse is gonna come. It's going to come. And you're going to have all these people, and they're going to be homeless. And part of me wants to laugh at them, but like I said, I just feel sorry for them. I just do. It's not their fault.
Nope. It's really a shame.
Yeah, he's in this game, dude. He gets distracted.
What? It's really a shame. Like, is that not a full statement?
No, well, it sounded like you're about to say something more.
I'm sorry. It was just really a shame. I mean, there's nothing to be done about it. It's kind of sad.
Yeah. No, the way you said it was like you're about to say something else.
You know what? I was kind of in my game, so it's probably like I just got kind of like a little intense.
Yeah,
so I said it really intense as opposed to.
No, I got that too. That's why I stopped. Okay. It's okay. Yeah, no, that's just my rant about how sorry I feel for these people. But I mean, at the end of the day, they are ruining this. Like, the truth be told, it's like they're never going to learn unless they get taught a lesson. Well, yeah, they're cult members.
It's unfortunate. Like, they don't understand, but they are in a cult.
Yeah, well, they are what they are, and unfortunately, we are going to have to beat them down. I shouldn't say that, but yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna say, like, it sucks. It feels like you're beating on someone with a disability. It feels like you're punching down. But at the end of the day, it's like that's kind of what you gotta do. I mean, they're never gonna learn unless you beat it into their heads about why this isn't working. So.
That's what I'm saying. They have been exposed to other trains of thought, and they still don't question like what they were taught at all. Like that kind of bug. Well, but I guess it is a lot of indoctrination, so it is a lot to overcome. So
yeah, I mean, we're literally shaking their worldviews, and it's not just them that like the people doing this, but it's also the parents, because there's a lot of parents out there who told their kids to go to college and university and get an education. You don't want to be a plumber, do you?
Yes, you do. These days, you want to be a plumber. It's like a really fucking good job compared to a lot of places people are working.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you could go to school, spend how many amount of money to be an economist or something like that, and then find out a truck driver pays more. It's like, really? So,
Or there are a lot more job openings for it too.
That
Although-
is pretty crazy.
although if they can't get work in the creative field, they may have to open up their avenues to that, and maybe they could find happiness in that sense. So, I mean, it sucks that your dreams get crushed, but I mean, it's probably for the best.
Yeah, I don't know, but the way that, like, we're definitely we're in a depression. Like, I know there's, like, a lot of, like, argument about recession, but I don't think that's very accurate. I think we're in an actual, like, depression.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we've lost like trillions at this point, right? And like all kinds of
And then
value.
there's a great big omnibus spending bill was passed, and it was, like, huge. Absolutely huge. A record amount of money it's going to get spent. Boy, it's very easy to get depressed about all this. Although I do think, like, eventually things are going to get better. It sucks now.
Yeah,
And I think
well, I mean, you know, depressions don't last forever.
well, and not to mention, I mean, like, things always feel really bad right now. But you know, that's part of the reason why like all this stuff's happening all of a sudden is because they need to these people are trying to do as much damage as possible before they get out, because they are going to get out. Like here in Canada with Justin Trudeau, he is so hated right now. It's like I'm hopeful that he's not going to win the next election. But he could.
Yeah, he shouldn't.
I mean, he shouldn't have won the last one. He shouldn't have won the last one. But I mean, to be fair, he got in with the lowest
he
minority.
like about as legitimate as Arizona's governor right now. I ran the election. Why do you think there was anything wrong with it? You know.
Well, at the time, there was no reason to think that there was anything wrong with it. There was no real signs of any tampering or nothing. So, and same thing with the previous election. So no one really thought anything bad of it. But then we found out that there was Chinese money going in to various people's campaigns, and so we're trying to figure out, well, okay, who got Chinese money to have their campaigns funded, and how did that affect our election? Because we know it did happen.
I think if you're taking any amount of money from a foreign power, you should immediately have your office revoked and be put into prison for like 20 years.
See, yeah, well, yeah, because it's
like that's just period. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that seems like
that should be what happens. Now, what actually happens is probably completely different than that.
Well, the problem that we're having is that we need to figure out who got the money, because it wasn't just like Trudeau might know something about it, but it wasn't him. It was like the representatives of different like districts and all that. So we need to know which one got the money, and we know it was the Liberal Party that got it, but which members? Because they're the ones who are going to be the ones that suffer. And Trudeau has yet to announce who. He said, even if it did happen, it didn't affect in any significant way. Well, it doesn't matter if it happened significantly. Did it happen at all? And we can't get him to answer any of this. So, go figure.
Yeah, the result doesn't matter. The intent of taking money from a foreign power does.
Trudeau's probably taking money from foreign powers at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, well, again,
that's why it's such a big deal. This. Anybody who's taking money from a foreign power should be prevented from being in office, period. Personally, I think it's treason and you should hang him from the nearest fucking tree.
Yeah, yeah.
But,
well, no, Trudeau literally came out and said, like, no, I really admire, I think he was talking about environmental shit, for oddly enough, but he was like, I really admire, the dictator system they have there, because they get stuff done really fast.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Obviously fucking paid you. Yeah, he said that, dude.
He did say that. And that clip gets played all the time whenever talking about Trudeau in China, because he always talks about how much he loves him. But that's not surprising, because the Liberal Party has always had problems with controversial stuff with China, mostly like taking money and all that. Like I think it was
China's been fucking with our governments for a really long time.
Yeah.
Well, you have to remember, I mean, like China never stopped trying to defeat America. They never stopped. They're still doing it.
Yeah, like even when Russia fell, they're like, no, we're gonna keep going with this.
Oh yeah. They have no
reason the 90s or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, they got no reason to stop. They want to keep it going.
2, 1. Attackers incoming.
And they're like, yeah, go ahead and keep going on with your diversity bullshit, but don't you dare put a black guy on the fucking movie poster in our country.
Yeah, and all that's just designed to fuck up with society, tear down the
demoralize. Yeah, you guys, I assume both the Yuri Bezmenov clip from like the 80s or 90s where he talks about like how long it takes to demoralize a nation, that kind of shit. He was from Russia, and he's basically snitching on what they were trying to do.
I vaguely know that one. Yeah.
But yeah, he's basically like, yeah, they're doing basically what he said. What he said that Russia was trying to do.
Yep.
He's like, yeah, it takes like 2 generations to demoralize a country.
Well, that's pretty much how it's been going.
Yeah.
We have colleges and universities going on. That's where it all begins. Like, education needs to be looked at and definitely get reformed. And we definitely got to get rid of
scratch.
You have to remember, it's here in Canada. There was that shop teacher that is like trans, that has this huge
ridiculous
prosthetic tits.
Yeah.
Oh, it was fucking. It was
We've all
absolutely. Oh, everyone's seen it. It's everywhere. It's absolutely offensive. I mean, students were taking pictures, and then the staff said, like, we, or the school had posted a message saying that there will be, punishment for any pictures taken of this particular teacher. And it was funny because
of big boobies.
Yeah, because of big boobies, which was funny because there was a reporter for Rebel News, David Menzies, and he actually purchased a pair of those great big tits, and he dressed up as a woman as well to drop off a petition to get that teacher removed. And you know what happened? He was escorted out by security. It's like, wait a minute, it's perfectly okay to wear this outfit in front of children, but not in front of adults in a parent-teacher meeting.
Funny.
It was hilarious. It took me a while to figure out what was going on. I just, like, the pictures are so fucking cringe. I can't watch it.
Dude.
It's like, what are you doing, buddy?
Yeah, it's beyond ridiculous. It's well into the absurdity.
Oh, yeah.
Far beyond ridiculous.
I couldn't believe what I was looking at there. It's like, okay, all right. And the guy still, or woman, I gotta be careful. I live in Canada, so I can't misgender her. Otherwise, I end up in jail or something, which unfortunately can't happen.
Yeah, you in Canada, dude, you gotta be really careful with those fucking gender words, baby.
Yeah,
well, maybe on the internet.
Tribunal.
Or maybe I should be careful on the internet because I live in Alberta, and our premier here she's pretty based as fuck. So I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Well, she's the one who put into law the Alberta Sovereignty Act. So, like, the moment that they feel like we're not getting a good deal from the rest of Canada, or at least they won't negotiate with us, we can just sort of secede and become an independent country. And apparently it's been brought into law, so I thought, are you fucking kidding me? So, I've been saying to my friends, hey, if push comes to shove and Alberta separates from Canada, are you going to be an Alberta citizen or a Canadian citizen and move out? And everyone's like, yeah, I'll just stay in Alberta. They'll be fine. Okay.
We still have some sense here, anyway.
Exactly. In our neighboring province, Saskatchewan, actually did the exact same thing. They did this Saskatchewan First Act, which essentially does the exact same thing. So yeah, you push us too far, we'll fucking separate. And it's working because, I mean, they're actually, the Trudeau and all and his government are actually listening to us now. So it's like, oh, so that's all it takes. We just have to threaten to leave, and then you'll start listening to us. Okay, sounds good.
Hey, man. See how many people win arguments by threatening to leave and go live with their wife or whatever.
Exactly.
Or their mom. I'm gonna go to my mom's house. You're never gonna hear me again.
Yeah, it shuts people up. Which isn't all that surprising because not that long ago, a similar thing happened to another province here called Quebec, which you always hear me bitching about. But Quebec did the same thing. They threatened to leave unless their demands weren't going to be heard, and so they got essentially everything they wanted. And they got so much so that we have these things called equalization payments that we have to make. So, like, if one province doesn't generate a certain amount of money, then other provinces will donate a portion of the money that they make to make sure that the people can still live still live comfortably, if you will. Now I'm not overly against that because some provinces, like my province, makes a lot of money because we have forestry that we use for lumber. We have oil and gas. We have farming. We make a fucking ton of money in our province, and it makes sense that some provinces, like it, given that certain areas can't actually make a lot. Like Newfoundland, I think doesn't have a lot because they're mostly a fishing area, but they do make fish. So it's like, well, if you can't generate a certain amount, okay, I can understand that. Quebec, they could. They have resources there. They could start mining for.
They just don't use them.
They just don't use it. They're super lazy. They're the welfare state of Canada. They need to start, putting money in time to start doing things like drilling for oil, or setting up farms, doing something like Quebec is so fucking lazy, and that's because they just threatened to leave, and then they did anything you wanted. Like fuck Quebec, you fucking welfare sponges.
Yeah, that's what sucks about that kind of shit. Like, if you're doing any kind of, it's similar to like revenue sharing in like baseball or other sports. It's like, hey, you're gonna kind of
shitty
like
behavior, essentially.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so I'm gonna get money if we fucking suck. Well,
like,
what are we supposed to try for? Pride? Like if you got people with no shame.
It's like the people that are living on the streets in like LA and San Francisco and all over California. They get like $500 a month to do whatever they want with. They can do drugs. There's no penalty for any of that. And it's like, well, what's the point of even having a law if you're not going to enforce it, and then you're going to give people money to break it? It's like, there's no point. So you're seeing like the breakdown of society here because literally, like, I mean, it's insane. Like, people are just walking into businesses and walking out with whatever they feel like, and nobody does anything.
One day,
yeah, and that's the thing. Like the 500, again, I can speak from my drug addict experience. It's very quickly, 500 is not enough to support your habit. So all you're really doing in that case,
you can have enough food to eat while you're doing all these normal things you would normally do to support your habit.
Yeah, but that's the thing is you're just like you're cutting down on the crime, but they're still going to run out of money and still start robbing shit. It's just going to be lessened, I guess, so that's good, I suppose, but they're still going to start robbing people, fucking stealing shit, as soon as that money runs out.
More or less, I mean, get rid of the welfare state?
Yeah, I don't know. It's not that welfare in and of itself is a terrible thing. It's just that there's really not any controls on whether or not you actually need what you're getting.
Yeah. I think part of the problem is that certain systems, which sounds good on paper, will be abused if possible.
Yeah.
And
oh man, have you ever worked at a grocery store?
Yes.
So then you've probably seen similar to what I have, where it's like so bad where like you'll see people in like who are collecting like welfare checks, like driving a fucking like Mercedes Benz, or like a fucking what do you call it, a fucking Cadillac or some shit.
I see some of that.
I
remember
all the time. It's like 10 people in a fucking like Escalade with like fucking welfare.
There's always something. And not to mention, you always get like the weirdos every now and then. Like there was this one guy, he was a fucking big guy, and I don't mean like, well, he did have a bit of a belly, but not that big. He was just really tall, and
three up top of the bridge.
He wore those thick rimmed glasses, not rim, the thick glasses, the ones that really magnify your eyes. Yeah. And he always had, and this guy, he had like a fairly bushy beard, and he always looked so intensely at you. He was such a fucking weirdo. But what he did is he came in and he grabbed a whole wax of those 4 packs of yogurt, and underneath the tab was a coupon. Well, he rips those coupons right off, and he brings the yogurt in, and he uses those coupons at the checkout, and he just stares down the cashier. And I remember I was the bag boy there, and I was bagging that up, and I'm watching this guy just staring down the cashier. The guy's like, just rings in the coupons. Like you,
Yeah.
son
You know,
of a
I do
fucking
miss
bitch.
the titties.
Oh,
It
the
was pretty
titties.
regular that there would be like chicks in there with like the wife beater on and nothing else, like no
Yes.
bra.
Yeah.
And you
I,
just basically,
I,
it's essentially just walking around topless. It's certainly not.
You know what? There was this really
Dude.
hot chick who'd come into my store in the summer, and she came in with like a teeny tiny bikini, and just walked around the store, went to the deli, bought a sandwich, like a really big sandwich, and she brings it out, and there's a homeless guy outside on the bench. And she's giving the guy the sandwich. Like, well, that's really nice, but at the same time, I'm like, where's the camera?
Yeah,
Where's the
yeah.
fucking camera?
At
I'm looking
this
around.
point, anybody that does anything nice that's on camera, I'm always just like, sure, that's what you were really gonna do.
It's like, really, you're a hot chick in a fucking bikini, and you're just gonna go there and give a homeless guy a sandwich. I don't know if I believe what I'm looking at here. I don't know. I didn't believe it, and I still don't believe it. But she came in a couple of times, and then, or she'll wear one of those like those ultra thin t-shirts. It's like really baggy on her, but it's super see-through. It's like, oh, I could see fucking everything. There's no padding on that bikini. I could practically see your tits. Like,
No
what the
panty
fuck?
lines.
No.
Nippies poking out there.
Yeah, all done on purpose. And I don't know. That comes with living in a city. I've seen that multiple times. Like, I saw like two chicks on rollerblades wearing bikinis in my apartment building. Like they were in the elevator with me, and I swear to God, like really hot chicks. Like, I swear to God, they're doing porn.
Stay sharp. It's how to keep you alive when
It's the kind of thing like you don't really believe what you're looking at. It's like no sane person goes out there dressed like that.
It's depressing, like how ridiculous and whorish it is.
I mean, I think it's more like I don't know. We've kind of enabled women to behave this way for like our entertainment. I think we've just kind of.
I like that women get mad when you compare them with prostitutes, but at the same time,
well, it depends.
The first thing they're going to ask is, so how much are you making?
I mean, it kind of depends. I think a lot of women nowadays see it as a badge of honor, which is also not something I particularly enjoy. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like whores. I just don't want to date a whore. Yeah. You know, I've seen a lot of women just behave whorish around, out and about. It's becoming kind of a problem. Like, sometimes I might, like, out of curiosity, I'll listen to like a MGTOW podcast and see what they're talking about.
Yeah.
And nowadays I'm listening to them, I'm like, I kind of see what they're talking about with a lot of behaviors of women. It's like they're talking about seeing women in like bikinis in the summer just walking around.
It's totally acceptable and normal for most women at this point to just do like OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Like that's totally ridiculous. Like that's the only way you can make money. Like I don't.
Well, and not just that. I mean, the idea of being, as they say, polyamorous, like having multiple lovers and all that stuff, like that's a real popular thing nowadays, and I find that to be absolutely ridiculous. But I mean, that's the thing. What's the day glow left? What was that about? At least I'm here to make noise.
Oh, I'm making noise. Sorry, I'm playing. Got all fucked up there.
No, it's okay. I'm watching you play. Things are getting insane there. This is Overwatch 2. Funny, it looks like Overwatch 1.
It's basically Overwatch 1 the reskin.
Which I don't understand. They just, I don't know. I've bitched about like Blizzard and their games. Blizzard, they're hurting hard. Oh, which reminds me, I like to play World of Warcraft every now and then, and they sent me like 3 free days to try out the new expansion. And
wow.
yeah, well, and the last one they released, the Shadowlands, it's free, so they just started sending it to everyone, which is the first time they've ever done that, just to get you caught up with everything. So I got my 3 free days. I thought I'd give it a go and give it a play. Let me tell you, that last expansion that came out, not the newest one, but the one before that, Shadowlands, because I don't have the newest one. That Shadowlands expansion is fucking terrible. Holy shit, it is the worst I've ever seen. I don't know what they thought they were thinking. It just was not good. Was not good at all.
Yeah. There's a lot of games that are just trash right now. It's kind of sad. I'll tell you what isn't, though. I really enjoyed Harvestella that came out recently. I think it was just a port, though, to PC. I don't know if it was like a brand new game per se.
Okay.
But like it's super fun. It's like Stardew on crack, Stardew Valley on crack. Like you basically you go down there. It's the Final Fantasy world, and you're doing like farming and like making friends with like the townsfolk kind of stuff. But there's also this really big long quest line and a bunch of dungeons to go explore at the same time.
We can turn this around.
So there's a really good mix of stuff to do. It's super fun.
Well, and they were.
Is Daytwalk gone? Did he take off on us? Did he have to go home or something?
He never said nothing. He just
took off. Oh, let's see. Wait. I got a message. I got to cut out early. Sorry for the lack of warning. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
bummer.
Okay.
Oh man, I don't know if there's anything really going on right now. I haven't followed the news because I've just been kind of like out and just not doing anything. You know, like not really watching that stuff, doing like making gingerbread houses and all sorts of other shit.
That's probably for the best. I mean, the world is full of insane, crazy shit right now, and sometimes you just need to decompress. So make gingerbread cookies, spend time with the family. You know, just it's the holidays.
Like 2 or 3 more days every week now to work because the other guy quit, so I'm getting full time, which is really nice. I'm making damn money.
Good. As you should. Make as much as you can before it gets devalued.
Exactly. That's what I was telling my boss. I was like, yeah, I am looking for extra hours while there's a whole nother person missing. Yeah. But you guys won't give me full time. Sadly, there's somebody already online. We're just probably gonna have them start like next month or something.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, you're making some good money, so that's good.
The way I figured, it makes up for all my Christmas spending. Because I bought like $130 worth of like gingerbread kits, and and fucking not even counting like the Christmas gifts. I only bought for my brother, sister, and my mom. But yeah, still it adds up pretty quick.
It can. Well, see, I've been watching what I eat, so that way I don't overdo it. But then I'm like, it's the holidays. I'm gonna eat whatever. So I had a big feast of sugar from chocolates and stuff. It was fucking intense. I don't know. I don't even want to look at anything sugary right now. I'm done.
This dude just jump off the fucking cliff? Wait. Don't tell me that dude's still alive. Okay, he is. He died. The Junkrat just murdered me and then jumped straight off a cliff by accident. I feel so bad for him. Like, at the one time, it's hilarious, but at the same time, it's like, it's not fucked up.
Oh, maybe he felt sorry for you.
Okay, that's fucking a lot of damage. How the fuck? Who did that damage to me? That's weird.
Get yourself together.
Hacks. I call hacks.
No, it's not hacks. I just couldn't tell who was doing the damage. That's really strange. We're not gonna win this round.
Yeah, probably not.
Alright, yeah, I think I'm out. That's a waste of my time. I mean, I can lose the game for like another 5-10 minutes, but what's the point? Not really learning anything there either. Besides, it's probably time to take a break. You can only play like shooter games for so long before you gotta just fucking stop, man.
There's this one shooter game that people have been talking about for a while. It's called Ultra Kill, and it's done in like
Ultra Kill. I fucking love it. Just that name. I'm sorry.
It's kind of like I want to say it's designed in like Nintendo 64 graphics, and you play a robot who's been sent to hell to deal with certain people. So you're
Huh.
playing a robot. You have to. I don't know. It's just random nonsense. Apparently, there's a couple of YouTubers in the game who voice certain characters. I don't know who they are. They were popular. I don't know all the popular YouTubers, but from what I've been told, there's also a cameo from Hatsune Miku, that little I don't want to say a VTuber. She's like a mascot for like a voice thing. So apparently that's a thing.
I don't
I
know.
don't know if any of this is true or not. I haven't played the game, but I've heard people talking about it. I have to give it a watch. But yeah, I mean, like you were talking about not catching up on new stuff. It's there's a lot of stuff to look at, like the Twitter files, which
Yeah,
is
that shit's fucking crazy.
well, and Elon
The
Musk
FBI literally just paying the fucking Twitter to like silence people and shit. Like that's absolutely insane, and I don't know why people are not way more furious than they are.
I imagine they are pretty furious, but you have to remember, like none of the mainstream are covering this. They're avoiding the topic. They are not even.
Yeah, it's. Here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing I did hear that a lot of people aren't talking about, but when you're talking about like, well, there's Tim Pool and his Civil War, because he's retarded, and that just makes more money because everybody buys into it, and it's like a meme now.
Mm-hmm.
But here is a genuine sign of ratcheting towards that particular extreme. There are now multiple counties enacting constitutional protection zone things, essentially. And what they're doing is they're passing laws that say, not only will we absolutely refuse to enforce any law, statute, any sort of thing that's got passed through any sort of Congress, whether it be state, federal, whatever, will just refuse to support or actually enforce any of those laws that are unconstitutional, but that they will actively prevent anyone else from enforcing those laws.
Mm-hmm.
So if the feds come into that county and try to just start taking away people's guns, they'll arrest the feds.
Good.
That's pretty serious business and a big step towards civil war. And I don't think anybody's paying any attention to that. And they really fucking should be. Because it's in like Nevada. Nevada's not like a super red or blue state as far as I'm aware. I think Nevada is pretty middle of the road, kind of, for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's in a relatively purple area, it's really bad news. Because it's going to start going out and expanding, and there's going to be more and more cities and counties and potentially even states. Like I wouldn't be surprised if Texas or Florida starts doing that.
Well,
where they say we're just not going to enforce, and we're not going to allow the feds to enforce any laws in our state anymore because they're not constitutional.
Yeah. Well, we have a similar thing happened here in Alberta with the gun grab stuff that they were trying to pull.
Yeah, exactly. It's a big thing, and people are just not looking at it right now.
Yeah, they're not having any of it. Yeah, they're not having any of that bullshit. I don't know why. Maybe it's because in America you guys already have a fairly robust gun culture. Maybe that's why people aren't really talking about it that much. I mean, here in Canada, it's not as big as what you guys have, and it's a pretty big deal here. We're like, oh fuck yeah, we can. our government's not going to take our guns. Okay, but though to be fair, like the premier here has said publicly, she's advised the RCMP, which is like our federal police force, that we are not going to endorse this, and we are asking you not to take anyone's guns. I think there's more power than that, because she's already asked them. They haven't made a comment, but we've had like Alberta's done it, Saskatchewan's done it. I think Newfoundland's also going to do their own thing. Tell them. So essentially, we have that's half the country saying, "Yeah, don't take the guns." You have no reason
Nice.
for it. Not to mention, like it's they also pointed out that it's super silly because the ban that they originally put out there was the handgun ban, and then on second reading they added an amendment and incorporated virtually all hunting rifles, even though they had publicly said we won't do any hunting rifles, and then they put on pretty much every hunting rifle, and then they extended the definition to like to ban guns for they said for their original purpose, which is by that meaning like original purpose as in like to kill people. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, so like a gun that was used during war times, but it's mostly just a hunting rifle now. But because it was used in wartime, therefore it's a wartime thing and it's used to kill people. Therefore, we'll take the guns. And I think that's a very loosey goosey definition that I don't think should be applied. It's very silly.
Yeah. Well, and the really fucked up thing about like Canada trying to take away guns, especially like hunting rifles and shit, is there's a lot of places I'm sure where because there's a lot of really isolated areas that people live in Canada, way out on the fucking edge of the wilderness, where like you genuinely need guns. Like it's to keep you safe from wild animals.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like there's bears and fucking wolves and fucking like big cats and shit, and it's like it's not that people want the 12 gauge because they want to like run around and like shoot bullets in the air for fun on like parties. They want to be able to go about their daily life and not die. Like,
Mm-hmm. I mean, like farmers want to stop like coyotes from killing their chickens or something, and yeah, that's part of the reason why it's such a big deal. That and like we're also like because you guys down there in the States have like a wild boar problem. Apparently, it's becoming a Canadian problem as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's like it's becoming such a problem. They're actually coming to Canada. So
Yeah,
like
the problem was they brought European boars over, and European boars are like 2 or 3 times the size of American boars.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's nothing that can predate them. They like nothing eats them. So they're top of the food chain, and they're just destroying everything. And they'll go through and like wipe out forested areas, fields, stuff like that, because they just eat everything down to the fucking dirt.
Yep.
You know?
So they're pretty devastating. So something's got to get done about that.
Yeah, well, we do. They literally like they do shit like fly out with helicopters with like military machine guns on the side and just fucking execute whole groups of boars.
I saw like
or
a
like
video
trap them all and shoot them all in a big fucking fence. You know, like
there was a hunting video where they showed like night vision goggles, like showing how good they are, and they were like shooting wild boars. And I thought that looks really cool, but at the same time, it's like, wow, all right.
Well, especially because as far as I know, there's no season for hunting wild boars. It's just, kill as many as you can, please. Thank you very much. In most areas, because they just don't want them. Yeah, and I can imagine going up north. Although, aren't Canadian wolves bigger than American wolves? Like, the further north you go, the bigger the wolves get. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be totally wrong on this.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I believe that the case is the further north you go towards Canada, the bigger the wolves get. So hopefully maybe like some of the bigger wolves will start adapting to like figure out how to kill these boars if they're getting into Canada, and maybe like help keep the population down a little bit so it's manageable.
Maybe.
But you know, it's sort of like the frogs in Australia when they brought in the sugar cane and started growing sugar cane, and they're like, oh no, sugar cane grubs are out of control. They're eating all our sugar. So they brought over the sugarcane toads, and then they just had a fucking plague of toads. Like, there's old videos you can watch of them driving down the road, and it's like pop, pop, pop sounds while they're driving, and it's because there's so many toads on the road that regardless of where they want to drive, they're just going to keep running them over. It's just like nothing they can do about it. It's like a fucking sheet of toads across the road. Starlings were brought over, and that was a big problem for birds for a long time. Still is, as far as I know.
Yeah.
And then I had a friend who worked very briefly for the Forestry Service in California, and his job was to find a certain kind of bush and just destroy it every time he found it. They would just burn it down to the roots and then pull the roots out. Because it was some sort of invasive European bush that, some rich people brought and planted in their garden, and then I guess the seeds are airborne at some point. So they just got everywhere, and none of the other plants can compete.
Ooh.
So humans are terrible when it comes to deciding whether or not we should bring animals here or there. We should just stop doing that.
Probably. Although, if certain people like certain type of things, it's a little hard to stop because people want what they want, and there's always going to be someone who's going to capitalize on it.
Yep, and the more illegal you make it, the more expensive it gets, and the more chance you get of people being like shot and killed over it and stuff. I mean,
yeah, and then people just want it. That's just it. It's like
rhino horns and elephant horns. Like, they don't do anything, but people are convinced that it gives you a hard-on for 9 million years. So, they'll pay any amount of money to get like a tiny little bit of it. So now those horns are worth thousands of dollars, if not more. And then, why would people not go out and poach them?
Yep. I mean, if science would hurry up and make proper solutions, we can get over this. It's like, I remember people were like, I think it was in China, they talk about like things like tiger bones are good for arthritis or something.
Yeah, I've heard shit like that.
Bullshit. I mean, we have the ways.
Tales.
Like, I know medical science has a solution for a lot of these things. They just don't generally put it out to the population. And
yeah,
I think part of the reason for that is because a lot of people who develop all this technology are also, in league with big pharma and corporations and whatnot, and the big World Economic Forum types, if you will.
Yeah.
Which is another thing I found out today. Apparently, Ukraine has signed some sort of deal with the World Economic Forum, and I don't know to what. But my speculation, my speculation is that they're going to get involved and negotiate with Russia to end the war. And the reason why I think they're going to do this is because they need some good PR, because everything about the World Economic Forum is nothing but bad PR. Because everyone's talking about their involvement and all those clips of Klaus Schwab talking about penetrating the cabinets of Trudeau and Germany, like, you sound like a fucking global cabal trying to take over the world. And they need to improve their image, so that I think they're going to try and end the war with Russia and Ukraine, which, if you haven't heard this already, it's like Zelensky's already a member, and same thing with Putin. And so part of me is like, I'm pretty sure this whole war was done on purpose.
Yeah.
And part of the reason I think it was also done as a distraction.
Yeah, and distract from the midterms.
Well, and anything
the
really.
Incredible economic devastation, they just blamed it on Russia and the Ukraine.
Yeah, I mean,
even though none of our money problems are anything whatsoever to do with that issue at all. It's all
exactly.
It's all Biden's decisions.
Yeah, it's all a distraction. It's the same thing where I think, like, the plan was with the whole coronavirus is that because they closed down all the businesses, like all the small businesses, so that we have to go to the big ones. And in doing that, you made the big corporations even bigger because you got rid of their competition, which was small businesses. Because small businesses could take away a lot from the big corporations.
Well, it's not that they could take away a lot; it's that they were controlling like 40% of the economy.
Yep.
And they wanted to make that much less because they just wanted more money.
Exactly. And so what the whole thing with the whole coronavirus is to get rid of the competition and bring in mega corporations, which is what they now have. They've been more richer now than ever, and that's done on purpose. I'm going to put on my tinfoil hat, but yeah, that's all done on purpose. And now everyone's all upset over the economy. They're all everyone's upset because we want to prosecute like Fauci and all that. So we want to do all this stuff. Oh, let's all get upset about the whole Ukraine thing and look at all the billions of dollars we're investing into that, and all that is a distraction because they want you paying attention to that instead of what's actually going on right now.
And unfortunately, people keep buying into the two-party system, and that's a big part of it too. It's they're doing all these things, and then you've got like the few people that are doing the controlled opposition game, and oh, we're against all this stuff, but then they vote for it anyway, and it's like, because that's the way, like the money going to the Ukraine, all these Republicans are all against it, and then like 20 of them voted for it.
Yep.
It's like, fuck off. You're obviously not on anyone's side, but you're corporate overlords. Like, don't play that game.
Well, that's not that unusual.
Yeah, I think we're approaching some pretty major upheavals in society in general.
I mean,
And I wouldn't be surprised if it starts to get even more violent and more bloody as we go down that road.
It might. I wouldn't be all that surprised if it does get more. Well, part of the reason is I think they need a distraction, so things could either rev up and get worse. Because like, how many times have we heard like World War III's coming? Like it's getting more revved up. Oh, the nukes are coming, and at the same time, I'm like, where are the nukes? Yeah, okay, they attacked the pipeline, and where's this? Because like my mom, she's been like glued to all this whole Russia-Ukraine stuff, but it's like they keep threatening that they're going to make it worse and worse and worse. And like, and I'm not saying it's terrible or that it's not terrible. I'm saying that it's like we're not at World War III yet.
I'm waiting for the false flag where they pretend Russia did something to us so we get in.
Yeah, well, and that's probably what they're going for. Like a lot of this stuff is just stuff I just don't believe anymore. I don't believe any of this nonsense. And there's like far more important stuff happening here at home that like demands our attention. But I think the whole Ukraine thing is like we're just dangling keys. It's like, oh yeah, look over here, no, not over there.
I don't know if it affects Canada, but I know the border crisis in the U.S. is a huge issue. It's a big part of why rent is so high.
Yes, we do have a problem. So ours is slightly different because you guys share a border with like Mexico, and that's where a lot of the people are coming through. But where our problem is that we are getting a big border issue, and it's coming through New York. So like a lot, because New York's got a little harbor there. So what they do is they come in through New York, and then they cross the border into Canada from Quebec, and it's called Roxon Road, and no one is like, from what I could tell, they just sort of come in, say their names, and then just let them come in, and they put them on the bus. And where do they go? Nobody knows, but they're here, and it's gotten so
They're
bad.
probably given like a bunch of money, a car, and a place to live.
Probably. We know
that's
that
what they're doing here.
like,
They're just giving a bunch of fucking illegals like all of our money and like free cars and free places to live and shit. It's crazy.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I know that
massive homeless encampments. We're just handing out money to fucking people that don't belong here.
we have hotels. They're just filled with immigrants. They're not actually, or refugees, if you will. And they're
refugees have to be fleeing from something and stop at the first safe country.
Yeah. And
they
are
to just go pick and choose because they want a more economically sound nation.
Yeah, but if you bring this up, you're a racist.
Good.
You fucking bigot.
Good.
So.
Good luck with that one. Like, all the pictures of me as a kid are me with, like, Mexicans and black people in my family. Good luck with that one.
Who cares? It's all about the narrative. I mean, you can show all the pictures you want. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I could be like, this is... Or what is it? Bill Burr's still a racist, and he's married to a black lady.
Yeah.
He's so racist, he puts his penis inside. He must really hate her. That's... You know?
I think he knocked her up, and now he has a daughter.
Yeah, I know. So he put his penis inside her so many times because he hated her so clearly.
I mean, yeah,
he baby that he also hates, I'm sure.
Yeah, he stabs his wife every night, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. You know,
and
there's so many people that rely on their race to get by at this point that it's sad. Like, there's a lot of companies that are forced into, you know, hiring a bunch of unqualified people because they are black or Mexican and they don't have enough of those people in their company.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, as much as I fucking hate Jordan Peterson, he does make a point when he's talking about these companies that want to have, like, parity.
Mm-hmm.
Where, like, oh, we have, you know, 5 women, or we have 5 men that are, like, engineers. We have to also have 5 women. And it's like, but the pool you're drawing women from is so much smaller than the pool you're drawing men from that you're going to have much less qualified workers. Like, you just don't have the same amount of selection as you do by hiring more men. And if you really want some sort of equality or fairness, shouldn't your numbers reflect the same percentages? So if, like, for every female engineer, there's like 10 male engineers. It should be like for every 10 males you hire, there should be a female engineer you hire.
Hmm.
Not
Well,
not
and
50-50. You know.
and you also pointed out like areas that we don't do this in, like construction. Construction is predominantly a male dominated industry. So like,
Oh,
should we be
women don't
hiring?
want the jobs you might die doing. That's not. That's not okay.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, yeah, and not to mention, I mean, like nobody wants to do this. And the other thing I found out is that there's this growing trend, um, for a lot of women, and it's pissing feminists off, but it's all over TikTok these days. It's called stay-at-home girlfriends. It's essentially a stay. Yeah, no, it's exactly what it sounds like. It sounds like a stay-at-home wife, except it's a girlfriend because they're not getting married, but they're doing everything that a wife would do. So like they get up, they do the dishes, they make breakfast, they might prepare a lunch if they need to, and then they clean the house and they do all this stuff. And there's all these videos about stay-at-home girlfriends, and it's a growing trend where they take care of that house.
Hey, ladies, if you're out there, if that's what you want to do, and then you want to become the wife as well.
Yeah, it's a growing trend, and it's like you know those like day in the life of a Twitter CEO or a day in the life of a Twitter employee. It's kind of like that, you know, where there's I get up, I do this, I might lie down, have a nap, I'll go to the gym, and like women are watching this and thinking that looks like fun. It's like, oh, you mean stay at home and just do some chores and do nothing all day? That sounds like fun. Oh, gee.
It's really, really easy. It's not as hard as people want to make it seem. It does become very, very difficult when you involve raising children at the same time. Because kids are just a constant fucking mess, and you all have to watch them like all the time. It's like
good.
Very
Then
annoying.
well, see, my problem with like stay-at-home wives or girlfriends or whatever else is like they're gonna get lonely and they're gonna get bored. And if they don't have girlfriends or nothing like that, then they're gonna be fucking other dudes.
Yeah.
That's the part of that, because like I think the whole marriage concept and relationships like that is a wonderful concept, and I think that there's a lot of good things to that. But with the immersion of technology, like DNA tests, and not to mention we have things like Ancestry and 23andMe, and pornography, which has also shown that women are fucking terrible. And
definitely.
that like, and I don't want to say that, but in a lot of ways it kind of is, because it's like if you leave a woman home alone for like between 6 to 8 to 12 hours, depending on how many hours you work, she's gonna get lonely. She's gonna get bored. If she doesn't have people to hang out with, she will fuck a dude. And unfortunately, like it's just part of their nature. So it's like I can't really be mad at them, because women are social animals. They need social interaction. If they don't get that, especially if the guy that they like, you come home from work and you work like an 8-hour to 12-hour day, and you're exhausted. You just want to eat and play video games and go to sleep. Are you gonna feel like fucking your wife? Probably not. You don't really have the energy for it. And then she'll have needs, and she'll get those needs met somehow. It's like I want to be mad at women, but at the same time, it's like, well, you're stuck in this in the same as he is. So I don't know. It is what it is. Maybe I don't know. Maybe if you're not looking, so it's all good. I don't know. But guys are becoming much more aware of women's behavior in that regard, because we have things like pornography. If you look on porn, don't be surprised if you see your wife.
Oh god,
like, yeah.
that would be pretty nutty.
Well, a lot of guys
or like a girl who's just started dating and you like find her OnlyFans by accident.
Well, like guys have needs too, and so like on a lunch break, they might take an extra long break to the bathroom. They might bring out their phones and jerk it off to porn.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, it's like, is that my wife? Which does happen, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Which is how some guys find that shit out.
Well, I we need like a rehaul of a lot of the laws that are around the whole thing. Women shouldn't get a free ticket for the rest of their life because they got married for like a year to somebody who had a lot of money.
Yeah.
You should be leaving with whatever you walked in with. If you married a guy who had like millions and you had zero, you were like working at a Taco Bell. then right back to Taco Bell you go.
Well, I understand like some of the logic behind there, because if you're a homemaker and like you work on making sure the house is comfortable and all that and
Yeah.
clean, you don't really have a lot of skills to start over again. So like I understand why alimony is a thing, but at the same time it's like we went extreme. Like we gave them the house. It's like it's bad enough you're getting like payments and shit. Like okay, and then like the mothers automatically get custody of the children, which is also something I don't agree with. But then you got to pay child support and alimony on top of all that, which depending on the work that you do, that's half your payment. It's half your check every. So now the quality of your life is cut in half.
Yep.
I mean, if you're making enough money where
There's plenty of guys out there who get stuck with matrimony payments that they just could never possibly make and end up going to jail.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter whether you have the capability of paying it, they just decide you have to anyway. And it's like, well, like, I mean, she chose to leave the marriage. Why is it, his fault, his responsibility to support, like, the wife and the kid?
Well, and
I
sometimes
understand child support. I just don't understand spousal support for any length of time.
Well, I think spousal support lasts for a certain amount of time, and I think it has to be within reason.
Yeah,
So,
like 1 or 2 years is what I think is as much as you should be able to get.
Yeah, well, yeah, because that's how long does it take you to find like a new partner? Like, granted, like if she's like in her 30s or something like that, if she's not that hot, it could be real difficult. But there again, I mean, you made the choice that you made. But I mean, it's like I don't know. We need a restructuring of what things should be like, and it's really hard to know what that restructuring should look like. And I don't know. It's hard to say. I know that women are social animals and they have needs, and then we have needs too. And I don't know, the way our system's set up, we just can't do it.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot of times. That suddenly all of the systems are set up just to meet needs of women, and none of them meet the needs of any of the men.
Well, at least when it comes to family courts, and there are some women who, like,
but also
wanna
like
have,
shelters, charity,
Mhm.
welfare, medical treatment. Compared to women, men just really are getting the short end of the stick in a lot of these areas right now.
I think, like, if I had to guess as to why things are set up the way that they are, I think it's because women got the right to vote, and that changed the whole thing. I think, like, when it comes, I think we should be bringing in the same system as in Australia. It's like if it's an election day, it should be a holiday. You should have the day off to go vote.
Yeah, the only things that are running are like hospitals and like police stations and fire stations.
Yeah, and even then, you should have, like, if that's the thing, you should have the ability to, like, they should send people over there to collect your vote or something. I don't know.
They should genuinely send over a group of people to responsibly collect and accurately collect the votes.
Yeah, because when women got the right to vote, and election polls are only open for a certain amount of time, by the time guys get out of work, they might not even bother going out and vote because they're so tired and exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're working so fucking hard.
I think we need to end women's suffrage. We don't want them suffering.
Probably. So, like, women voting, I mean,
because they vote based on emotional. They don't vote based on any sort of like logic or.
Well, like, look here in Canada. I mean,
good decision making.
Like in Canada, I mean, we like a lot of women voted for Justin Trudeau, and like when polling asks, it's like because he's so good looking or he has awesome hair. There's like fan groups dedicated to Justin Trudeau and his amazing hair. And I'm like, how
and those people shouldn't be voting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think you take the vote away from women and you solve a lot of problems.
Yeah. Well, also I think
somebody at the door. I'll be just a second.
Okie dokie. I'd say hi to the chat, but I'm the only one watching, so yeah.
Sorry about that. Somebody was bringing in packages.
Ooh.
It was nice of them. It was also weird because I've asked kind of just leave them by the door. I'll get them later, kind of thing, most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my mom's coffee is here though, so that's nice.
What's a Muscoffee?
Oh, my mom's coffee. I was trying to
Oh,
figure out what to get my mom because she was like, I don't just want like stupid crap. I don't really need anything. And so I got like a sampler of some really nice coffee. So there's like
yeah.
12 different good quality coffees to try so she can expand her, what does she like to drink as coffee.
Did you get her some coffee brand coffee?
No, some weird fucking frou name. I don't know what the name was offhand. But it certainly
Uh,
wasn't anything like Coffee Brand. It was like, Treasure House or something.
did I ever tell you about Mexico and my experience with coffee over there?
Well, I bet it's a lot stronger.
No, I mean maybe it's when we went to Mexico and we went to the grocery store to pick up a few things and grab some coffee, and then we made a cup. It is the most disgusting stuff I've ever had. Absolutely,
Really?
it's like it's an offense to humans. It's like it's so bad, so
I
awful.
hate coffee, so I don't like all of it is an offense to me. But
It was the most disgusting shit I've ever had. So then we got a different brand, and it's so bad. It was bad in a different way. It was so gross. And then we talked to some other tourists there, and they were saying that there's a shop that sells pretty good coffee. It's almost like Tim Hortons or something. So I thought, so we went to that little shop and we found it, and we had a cup. And the guy was explaining as to like why coffee is so bad. Because they said coffee is one of their main exports. They, import a lot of coffee out there, but all the good coffee gets sent like to America and Canada and other parts of the world, and all the bad stuff's given out locally. There's like nothing good, and the only reason the guy has what he has is because he has a connection to the factory, and so that's how he's able to get it. He says because the coffee was nothing special. It tasted like coffee you can get at like almost any coffee shop, but that's like exquisite to them. That's how good that shit is.
that's
So
that's pretty fucked up.
yeah, so the people don't really know what good coffee tastes like because they don't get it. It's all sent off overseas, but you can't. There are some places where you can get decent coffee. They actually do sell them they do have Costco's in Mexico, and you can you can get like decent coffee there. Now, when I say
Good old
decent, I mean,
Costco's always there to get your back.
exactly. So that's the only place you can get good coffee. It was horrifically bad. It's one of the grossest shit I've ever had. The Mexico coffee,
I'm assuming it's like when you want a Coke and they offer you Pepsi.
kinda.
Like, this is extremely inferior and it's garbage and I don't want it.
But there were some good things like in there. Like the alcohol was cheap, like real cheap. So I
Well,
was
you
quite
need something to help you forget the coffee.
yeah, pretty much.
So,
I remember they had like this pretty large ball of like Kraken rum. I'm not really a rum guy, but I thought I'd give it a go. It was like $11 for this big ball, and then like when I got back to Canada, I looked into it. The same size ball, it's about like $35. Like Jesus Christ. Okay,
damn.
it's only $10. Like that's how fucking cheap this shit is. Like okay,
Maybe you're near like the factory or something and it's like super cheap because there's so much.
it could be. So I'm like, if I could, I'd go to Mexico and just grab a whole whack of liquor and just find a way to get it over here.
Fucking for real. I don't drink, but if they were selling like, $20 or $10 grams of weed, I'd be down there. Or grams of dabs or whatever.
Yep.
I'd be sign me the fuck up. I want me some fucking weed.
A friend of mine
pretty
was
decent
like,
size.
yeah. Well, and then like,
Oh, they're pre-ground, son of a bitch. Fucking didn't say they were pre-ground. They're still good, I'm sure, but it's just I prefer. I don't know. I don't prefer because I don't like coffee, but I know that it's better to get whole beans and grind them yourself.
I don't really take
Fresh when you're making your coffee than it is to get like pre-ground coffee. I guess the more surface area, the more like of the compounds that make it taste better can kind of evaporate little. It's not a huge difference, but
Yeah, I mean maybe.
I watched a channel that did a lot of espresso for a while. I don't know why. Because I don't
I
drink
mean,
espresso.
the process is fun. I mean, a lot of people like the process. So
Yeah, it's insane. Like they got all these fucking like 6 different tools and like 30 steps to put fucking coffee into a small cup and like pack it in a little bit. And you gotta stop and wait a minute and be like, you people are stupid. Like I appreciate that you're really, really into this. But if you genuinely think all of those steps are necessary to make like a good cup of espresso, you're fucking insane. Like,
no,
you gotta have
yeah.
this specific brand of like press to like just perfectly press the coffee down exactly the right amount, but no more. And then
If
you
you've
gotta
ever,
like get your
yeah.
wire rake and fucking stir the coffee again and then press it down again. You know, and
If you
fucking
ever
smooth it out
seen,
with this brush and then
if you've ever seen those like it's like a Japanese bakery YouTube thing where there's this Japanese woman is like doing this baking of cakes and stuff, and she goes into such intricate nonsense in the making of it, like oh, you always have to stir it to to this pace, and then you have to do it to sip this amount, and only ever put in like you have to sip the sugar. You can't just add it in there. You have to do it this way, and use the machine, but only at this speed. And it's like really, it's autistic the level of detail they're putting into this. It's like it's a fucking cake. You put the ingredients in the machine, turn it on, and then you put it in the oven. Wait for it to cool, then add the icing. It's not complicated. And that
yeah,
fucking bitch.
I don't get it, but whatever they want to do, I guess.
I don't know. Japan goes a little too crazy with some of their stuff. Like my mom's been getting into like doing miniatures and painting little figures, and so she'll look at like stuff from Japan, and it's like these guys go insane with the level of detail that they put in. Like I can't do that. That's too crazy.
Yep, but you know what? People fucking yeah, Japanese cooking is weird. There's a lot of stuff in Japanese cooking that if you pay attention, you realize is just bullshit, like superstition and shit.
Yep. Yep, I believe it. Just crazy nonsense.
Frou nonsense. All right, I should probably
Indeed.
go because we're running a little bit late, and I want to go get my mom her coffee and
Yeah,
go
sounds
see
good
what's
to
going
me.
on with dinner. It's probably about time for food.
I think so. All right. Well, you take care. I'll